always wanted.
Style affordably. Call 1-844-9REBATH for your free in-home design consultation today.
Of all the reasons we love Alaska, easy isn't one of them. We like a good challenge, but we also love innovative technology that simplifies our busy lives. Whether you want to make a deposit or pay a bill, check in or check out, or quickly send and receive money, one bank has the online and mobile tools to help you through whatever comes your way. Simple, secure, National Bank Alaska.
Arby's play day games.
I think the first 5 days I got about 15 hours of sleep.
We'd stay up to about 2:30 in the morning fishing, and still just that evening light out there.
I didn't know if I was going to be able to go to sleep or what, and we're going to be playing like midnight games and everything like that, but I like it now.
The Alaska Baseball League. Our award-winning documentary crew immerse themselves in the heart of the frontier state, in a league that is rich in baseball history and a vacation destination for any true baseball fan.
Every baseball fan should come up and watch the Midnight Sun game, just to see the atmosphere and what it's like to start a baseball game at 10:30 at night and not have to use artificial lights.
It's a league where lasting bonds are formed, and there is no shortage of knowledgeable and colorful characters.
People here are great. They love their baseball, and they love this league. They come out and they put their heart and soul in it. They really have a good time out here.
And everybody has a story to tell.
This moose is running as fast as it can straight towards me.
They grow these 100-pound cabbages and things.
Bear comes up right behind us. I'm like, what the heck's going on?
And I thought, oh, holy cow, this guy is going to crash. He veered off and missed the scoreboard by, I don't know how he missed the scoreboard, but he missed the scoreboard.
It's a starting ground for future stars, where long road trips can be a grueling but unforgettable experience.
They sit right here, bingo!
Bingo hall, you know, staying in cots. But man, you get up there and you got all your team together and you guys are together that whole weekend. It's a blast.
You seriously go through some funny things in there. Create situations that you can talk about years from now and say, hey, remember when this happened, remember when that happened?
The Olympic Village is definitely something you don't really talk about until you kind of had that experience.
It's bad, but like it's a funny bad. Yeah, you just go there, you stay there. It makes you want to be out on the field to play baseball.
It's a place where boys become men, and some of the best amateur baseball in the world is played.
There's no experience like summer in Alaska. It's there to beat you down. It's there to test you as a human being. And you know, just as life is going to throw some tough things at you, it's going to prepare you for pretty much anything you're going to face in this game. It's just overcoming adversity and can you mentally handle it? And if you can, you're going to get pretty far in this game.
Touching the Game, Alaska.
Leave in Alaska.
Today at BP, we're keeping oil and gas flowing where and when it's needed.
So we're going to be driving
and increasing investment in the transition to lower carbon energy. Right now, we're driving 46,000 steel beams into the ground for a new solar project that will drive lower carbon energy and support local jobs. Our team has recently expanded our production of renewable diesel, which is expanding its use across the West Coast. Our engineers just connected 12 new wells to an existing platform, connecting the country to more oil and gas at a critical time. We're running more wells on electricity, so we can run our operations with lower emissions. Just some of the ways we're turning our plans into action. And BP's wider transformation is underway. While today we're mostly in oil and gas, we've increased global investment into our lower carbon and other transition businesses from around 3% in 2019 to around 30% last year.
In 1986, we started Alaskan Brewing Company. And so we've always tried to reflect the quality that the state has in the beers that we make.
Alaska's beautiful. It's true. It's real.
For 30 years, we've been trying to capture the nature of Alaska and put it in a bottle. Today, 30 years later, we're still making beer in the last frontier.
I think you're gonna like your new nose, Miss Hastings.
And cut.
I'm Steve Martin. As an actor, it's my job to make people believe that what they're seeing is real. Ha! Hey. Hey! That the frustration is real. Man, I'm hungry. Oh, the disappointment is real. 1, 2, 3, 4! Winner! Eat it, Kyle. You're all losers. That the joy is real, but it's not real. It's acting. Wow! It's fantastic! Or was I just acting? Only way to find out is to try it yourself.
We are a family business serving Alaskans for over 60 years. Our founder is my dad, Herb Ekman, a German immigrant who started the business in 1963 with his good friend Otto. To this day, the business is dedicated to making products that are distinctive and of the highest quality.
Good evening and welcome to the Anchorage Bucs Baseball Network. I'm Jay Singers. That's Drake Toll. And tonight we got the Anchorage Bucs taking on the Matsu Miners for the second time this season, trying to get above 500 for the first time and to avenge that 10-3 loss just 6 days ago against these Miners.
Yeah, Jace, the team that you got drubbed by, in all honesty, in game number 2. But since then, the Bucs have won 3 out of 4. You carry a lot of momentum into today's game, especially after another win last night. If you can replicate that, you've got your second 2-game win streak of the year, and you've won 4 out of 5. You're sitting pretty.
That's a good way to go out, and of course, you got a lot of games coming up after that off day, so you want to make sure to build off the win yesterday. When we come back, we'll have the Coaches Show with Drake and head coach Ken Hokuff.
When Arby's added bacon to the Wagyu Steakhouse burger, it was like, not bad. Then Arby's grabbed that peppercorn ranch and has never felt more alive. Arby's, we have the meat.
Drake Toll back here with Coach Ken Hokuff on the Full Sail pregame show. Coach, May 11th of 1953, the skies turned gray-green on Austin Avenue in Waco, Texas. It was a tornado, 250 miles per hour, claimed 114 lives because there were no tornado sirens. Took out 196 businesses, injured 600 people, and really rocked the foundation of the city until about 20 years ago. How do you put your team in a position for success?
Well, we don't talk about dark clouds. Always trying to keep it sunny and positive. Again, it's every day brings a new challenge. Every minute brings a new challenge. You learn how to go through them, and you lean on each other to get through it.
Is there a message ever about not letting the elements get to your team when you play on days like this, cloudy and cold?
Yeah, everybody has to play in it. The other team plays in it, you play in it, so it's still an equal playing ground.
Winners of 3 out of your last 4. Do you feel like there's something that has clicked, or this is just natural with a team that's this good?
A little bit of both. We're getting every day. We feel like we're getting closer and closer to seeing their full potential. But and they are. They're good, and I keep telling them I'm excited to see when they finally put it all together, and know and can be comfortable that the guy behind me's got my back.
What is the leadership dynamic on a summer league team, and have you seen leaders already step up?
No, I think that's one of the bigger ones that we're looking for. Personally, I think we're a young team, and they have to learn how to do it. But I'm also a firm believer that leadership comes from example, extra work, working hard, doing things the right way all the time. You don't always have to have a voice.
What I find so unique about Summer League baseball is the new guys that start to filter in. As you get your UCI, your DBU guys, how do you bring them into a dugout that's already been put together for 10 days?
In the past, because the trickle was more often, I just throw them straight in. But this year, we have had a full roster the whole time pretty much, so I'm going to let him feel it. He's going to sit the first few innings and feel what the team's all about in game action, and then he's going to jump in and get his feet wet later.
In the event of a moose attack, how do you personally survive?
I knock you down and run away.
They are stompers, I hear.
They are, and all I got to be is faster than the guy on the ground.
Coach, go win one today.
Every day.
That was Coach Ken Hokoff on the Full Sail pregame show. When we come back, first pitch from Matsu.
If there's one thing I've learned at Speedy Glass, it's that every chip becomes a crack. Today, I'm going to show you why. When we look at a chip up close, we see tons of tiny cracks that are just waiting to spread. Don't wait for your chip to crack. Repair it at Speedy Glass before having to replace the entire windshield. You'll save time. You'll be back on the road within an hour. Book an appointment at speedyglass.ca.
Speedy Glass Repair. Speedy Glass Replace.
An alert from Wells Fargo, $107 at Doggy Lover's warehouse. No, I would never. Doggy Lovers, please. You know me. I don't even know where that is. Look, I'm replying deny. See? Oh, come on. Hello? Wells Fargo, I did not make that purchase. I didn't do it! I'm so glad you caught that. Uh-huh.
Out of Casa Grande, Arizona.
Welcome back here to Matsu. Jason Andrews, Drake Toll here with you, getting prepared for this matchup between your Bucs and the Miners. And Drake, a 10-3 loss last time to these Miners for the Bucs. What is something you're looking for the Bucs to build on from yesterday's win?
Well, obviously these guys know it. They know they lost in pretty bad fashion to this squad just a week ago, and so can you avenge that against a really good lineup? Look, they got guys from BYU, Grand Canyon, Utah, St. John's, San Diego State. You look up and down what Matsu gives you, and it's really solid. The confidence you get in beating a team like that can bring you a long way in Summer League baseball. You have to build faith in your team early. There are a lot of squads across this country that lose a couple early on and decide, all right, Summer League's not for us. I'm going to bat 350, make my way, get drafted, but if we win or lose, doesn't matter to me. Summer League can turn into an individual game, especially if the team is not good early on. Beating a team like Matsu on the road in the first 6 games, your first week, is going to be a huge confidence boost, and here's what I like. I like that Lex Bodicker is back in the lineup. I like that Curtis Hebert is back there. I like Rebrook at third and Thomas at first, and I love Nolan Wilson behind the dish. This, to me, is one of the stronger lineups that you get, and you're still going to see a couple of guys coming off the bench, like your Burkhalters, your Turgeons, or even more. There's plenty of guys that could be subbed in later in the game to pinch hit that you have so much confidence in. I want to see how well this team, this version of the Bucs, plays today.
Well, I think you said it best a couple broadcasts ago. To get a 3-game win streak, you got to start with 2. We'll take a break. When we come back, we'll have the first pitch here as the Miners are taking on the Bucs.
Boar's Head has harnessed the power of fire to unlock an intense new flavor. An expertly charred, flame-grilled masterpiece to take your senses to new heights. Because when Boar's Head lights a fire, we ignite an experience worth savoring. New Boar's Head Firesmith Flame-Grilled Chicken Breast. Flavor forged in flame. Available only at the deli and only from Boar's Head. Compromise elsewhere.
If there's one thing I've learned at Speedy Glass, it's that every chip becomes a crack. Today, I'm going to show you why. When we look at a chip up close, we see tons of tiny cracks that are just waiting to spread. Don't wait for your chip to crack. Repair it at Speedy Glass before having to replace the entire windshield. You'll save time. You'll be back on the road within an hour. Book an appointment at speedyglass.ca.
Speedy Glass Repair. Speedy Glass Replace.
It was time to update the bathroom.
But we didn't want to break the bank.
Rebath made it effortless. A Rebath design consultant came to our home and presented us ideas and products in a way that made our decisions simple.
They took away the old, installed the new, and gave us the bathroom
we've always wanted.
Style affordably. Call 1-844-9REBATH for your free in-home design consultation today.
Of all the reasons we love Alaska, easy isn't one of them. We like a good challenge, but we also love innovative technology that simplifies our busy lives. Whether you want to make a deposit or pay a bill, check in or check out, or quickly send and receive money, one bank has the online and mobile tools to help you through whatever comes your way. Simple, secure, reliable. Bank on the go. First National Bank, Alaska.
Arby's new Steakhouse Garlic Ribeye Sandwich. Who knew the best thing to come from a steakhouse wouldn't even come from a steakhouse? Arby's did, that's who. Arby's, we have the meats.
Pediatrician.
Welcome back to the Anchorage Bucs Baseball Network. Jace Andrews, Drake Toll here with you tonight as we're getting ready and just about ready for first pitch here between the Bucs and the Miners. Let's introduce you here to the Anchorage Bucs starting lineup for this evening's game. At the leadoff spot, Ben Haar playing left field. Batting second, Lex Bodeker, the center fielder. Batting third, back in the lineup, Zach Thomas, the first baseman. Clean up tonight, Jackson Sorensen, the designated hitter. Fifth, Cole Howarth, the right fielder. Batting sixth, Jacob Rebrook, the third baseman. Batting seventh, the catcher, Nolan Wilson. Batting eighth, the shortstop, Logan Hocuff. And batting ninth, the second baseman, Curtis Hebert. Fielding for the Miners goes as followed. First baseman, going to be Vest tonight. At second base, you have Alex Thurston. Shortstop, Emilio Barreras. At third base, Caleb Hannas. The outfield from left to right, Haley, Tomerlin, Carpenter. And the battery will be Machado behind the plate. And the pitcher tonight for the Miners, Camden Dolly.
Yeah, interested to see what Dolly gives you. Dolly coming out of Southern Idaho, a big righty at 6'5", 185, a sophomore from Blackfoot, Idaho. And that's the question with every one of these teams is what do you get out of your starters? For the Bucs, the first couple of nights, your guys started slow. The bullpen really had to carry you. And what does that look like for Matt Sue? You got a kid who pitched with a 5.12 ERA at Southern Idaho in the spring, a 3-3 record. He started in 12 games, had 13 appearances, so he's used to being the first one with a rock. Through 51 innings pitched, allowed 29 earned runs, gave up 52 hits, 20 walks, but struck out 76. That's a pretty good number out of 51 innings. You're going to get a good performance from Camden Dolly tonight. How well can he deal with the Bucs lineup? I want to see what Nolan Wilson gives you for this team because I've loved the way he's played for this squad all season long.
Wilson batting in the seventh hole. Ben Haar will lead it off here against Dolly. And Dolly in his first appearance in this ABL season, back on June 5th, 7 strong innings, no earned runs, 4 hits, 2 walks, 6 strikeouts. Here's the first pitch. It's taken for a strike at the plate by Ben Haar.
Yeah, and if you have been watching any ABL in the last week or so, you would know that 7 innings is a lot. Most of these guys are cut off at about 65 pitches. Not Dolly.
1-0 pitch outside. 1-1.
I want to see how well Ben Haar plays today, too. Haar 4 for 15 this season, a 266 average, has 1 RBI. 266 is pretty good in summer ball.
Takes a hack at the 1-1 pitch, makes it 1-2.
But you just want to see a guy like Haar get into a groove. Didn't play a lot this spring for San Diego, so getting his first consistent taste of live action this summer.
Haar from La Mesa, California, and as we noted yesterday, The Table.
The Table, California.
1-2 is a cut and a miss as Ben Haar goes down with the first out of the game being a strikeout.
Yeah, just couldn't get past the fastball there from Dolly. He's powered it by Ben Haar, and At 6'5", the fastball looks even faster. You got the stirrups on, a good look. The righty's dealing early.
Brings up Lex Bodeker, player of the game last night.
Yeah, Lex had a big triple in the game and really helped get the bats going for the Bucs.
Fouls off the first pitch towards the left side.
Lex 16 home runs this spring as well.
Playing at the University of Central Florida, the Golden Knights.
Yep.
0-1 pitch. Coming to Bodeker. Fouls that one left side as well over the dugout.
Well, something you noticed early about Dolly, stays in the zone. I mean, he's hammering the strike zone now through almost 2 full at-bats. And that's how you get a guy to go 7 innings. You keep pumping strikes.
No balls, 2 strikes. Pitch to Bodeker. Taken just inside. Count goes to 1-2 now.
You learn a lot about these catchers, too. We've seen Machado once, but defensively, there are a few better at framing pitches up.
1 ball, 2 strikes, 1 out in the top of the first inning. That'll be rolled to the first baseman, grabbed by Vess, flipped to the pitcher, Dolly, and 2 gone now for the Bucs.
Yeah, 2 quick outs for Dolly. He's working consistently, but now you got to deal with Zach Thomas out of LSU Eunice, who had a really good spring, and when he catches fire, it's going to be dangerous. Batted .367 for Eunice. Started in 53 games. Notably had 61 RBI as well.
Comes in here with a .222 average in the ABL. So he takes a strike. 3 games. This will be his 4th appearance in a Alaska Baseball League game. It's got an 0-1 count.
Look, a slider there from Dolly, too. Had good movement across the plate.
Goes with the fastball there, taken at the top part of the zone, maybe the outside corner as well. 0-2.
A couple inches outside. I guess the river might be opened up for these pitchers today.
So another 0-2 count. As Dolly working quick. That one outside. It's 1-2.
Yeah, good eye there from Zach Thomas to watch that one go by out of Jessup, Georgia. So he's not too accustomed to the weather today.
Not at all. 1 ball, 2 strikes. Watches that one outside as well. Had some movement on it.
Speaking of the weather, 50 degrees right now. Wind blowing at about 15 miles an hour, almost straight out to right field. The umpires, again, in gloves and gaiters to stay warm.
It's June 12th, by the way. 2 balls, 2 strikes, 2 outs. The pitch from Dolly's outside will go full.
So Thomas has worked him to a full count here after starting down 0-2. Thomas 2 for 9 coming in.
The 6'3", 220-pound redshirt freshman. 3-2, outside, ball 4, and a 2-out walk for Zach Thomas will bring up Jackson Sorensen.
Yeah, 4 consecutive pitches for Dolly outside of the zone to put Thomas on first base. And now you got to deal with Jackson Sorensen. Sorensen coming from Gonzaga out of Idaho Falls High School in Idaho, so I'm sure him and Dolly know each other. Idaho, not the biggest baseball state, so they probably competed once or twice, and Sorensen's got a .385 average.
First pitch, taken outside for a ball. Well, not to mention Sorensen also played in the American Legion League up there where a lot of top high school players play. He won the championship, hitting .399 with a 1.183 OPS in 2019.
Yeah.
1 ball, no strikes. Runner at first base now. Cut and a miss from Sorensen makes it 1-1.
Yeah, Sorensen didn't get a lot of time playing for Gonzaga this spring, but played for Yakima Valley last summer. Slashed .299, .390, and .425. He's slashing .385, .500, and .385 early in Alaska.
Step off there from the pitcher Dolly as Thomas, he was a quarter of the way towards second base before he stopped.
Yeah, Thomas does not have elite speed, but he said, if you're not going to look at me, if you won't even give me a side eye over here, I'm going to go.
Checks the runner, now the 1-1. Watches a strike, and it goes to 1-2.
Yeah, it's a tight break. Looks like a changeup from Dolly and just falls right in.
1 ball, 2 strikes, 2 outs. Runner at first base. Bucs trying to strike first here in the top of the first. Dolly gets the sign, and here comes the 1-2. Fouls it off to stay alive. Runner was going, so a possible hit and run there put on. Or Thomas maybe just seeing a good time to go.
Yeah, Dolly throws the fastball about 66% of the time. He works with a slider and a changeup. Fastball, slider, changeup.
One ball, two strikes. Dolly gets the sign, and then another 1-2. Bounces off the catcher Machado. Thomas gets second base on the pass ball.
Yeah, so now you got a runner in scoring position on a 2-2 count ensuing. And when you got a guy at the plate who's batting .385, already has a handful of RBI up here in Alaska, 3 of them to be exact, you feel pretty good. The Bucs scored 2 in the bottom of the first last night. Can you replicate it here with Jackson Sorensen?
2 balls, 2 strikes, 2 outs, trying to start a 2-out rally. Dolly gets the sign from Machado again. And the 2-2. Checks the runner. And that one's fouled off again high towards the left field side, over the dugout and over a couple of pine trees as well.
Spruce. I learned the hard way. I said the same thing, pine trees. Turns out they're very particular about their trees here in Alaska and want you to call them spruces.
I would expect them to be particular, but that makes sense.
Yeah, the more you know, huh?
2-2 once again from Dolly. Sorensen towards the left side, and that one will go out of play as well. So long AB here for Jackson Sorensen.
You can see some miscommunication with him and Machado, and that's why Machado's going to come out and talk to him. Sorensen has motioned twice during this at-bat with Sorensen to speed it up. He's wanting to get the signals or something quicker from Machado. I don't think that Dolly likes the pace of the game so far, and that led to a conversation there with the count remaining 2-2.
Runner at second, Zach Thomas. He walked and then moved over on a pass ball. Sorensen trying to plate him. The 2-2. Cut and a miss as Sorensen goes down swinging and ends the top of the first for the Bucs. We'll come up in the bottom of the first inning where the Miners will have 1, 2, and 3 to start off their night. Network.
If there's one thing I've learned at Speedy Glass, it's that every chip becomes a crack. Today, I'm going to show you why. When we look at a chip up close, we see tons of tiny cracks that are just waiting to spread. Don't wait for your chip to crack. Repair it at Speedy Glass before having to replace the entire windshield. You'll save time. You'll be back on the road within an hour. Book an appointment at speedyglass.ca.
Speedy Glass Repair. Speedy Glass Replace.
An alert from Wells Fargo. $107 at Doggy Lover's warehouse. No, I would never. Doggy Lovers, please. You know me. I don't even know where that is. Look, I'm replying deny. See? Oh, come on. Hello?
Wells Fargo, I did not make that purchase.
I didn't do it.
I'm so glad you caught that.
Welcome back here. Jace Andrews, Drake Toll on the Anchorage Bucs Baseball Network. Matsu coming up to the plate here in the bottom of the first inning, getting their first look at Luis Becerra. Well, let's start off with the Matsu starting lineup. Leading off with the shortstop, Emilio Barreras from Grand Canyon University. First baseman Cooper Vest follows, batting second from BYU, Brigham Young. Batting third, the right fielder Caden Carpenter out of the University of Utah. Cleanup spot is the catcher Austin Machado from St. John's. Batting fifth, the left fielder Maddox Haley from San Diego State. Batting sixth, the designated hitter Landon Rogers from Santa Fe Community College. Batting seventh, the second baseman Alex Thurston out of Valparaiso. Batting eighth, the center fielder Sebastian Tomerlin, the Central Arizona Community College guy. And batting ninth, the third baseman Caleb Hannas from Valpo as well. Pitcher tonight, Luis Becerra, making his third appearance in a Bucs uniform. Pitched on June 5th and on June 9th. His first pitch is taken outside for a ball on Emilio Barreras.
Becerra, 6'4" freshman at California Baptist. Big 210-pound righty.
1-0 outside as well. It's 2-0. First 2 starts here in the ABL. He's got a 9 ERA in 2 games. 5 innings pitched, 6 strikeouts, 7 walks, and 5 earned runs. 2-0 taken down low by Barreras. It's 3-0.
A 3-0 start for Becerra. Probably not what Coach Ken Huff Ken Hocuff drew up here.
3-0. Taken outside, but it's going to be called a strike.
Yeah.
Mitt of Wilson there.
Chalk it up to our angle, right? Yeah.
I was about to say. Barreras out of Grand Canyon University, originally committed to Cal State Fullerton. 3-1, lobbed into center field. Right there to grab it, though, is Bodeker for the first out of the bottom of the first for the Bucs.
Tell you what, Lex Bodeker is a rangy outfield. You don't necessarily expect it, but he is quick in center field. Really good nose for the baseball.
Now batting number 17.
Bring up Cooper Vest.
First baseman, Cooper Vest.
The BYU guy. He was actually the 2020 Gatorade Baseball Player of the Year in Utah.
Yeah, that'll play.
Bats from the left side of the plate. Back-to-back lefties to start off this lineup.
Yeah.
He'll swing at the first pitch, looping into left field. It'll go a little deeper right to the left fielder, Ben Har. 2 gone. Quick
That's
2 outs
easy.
here.
Yeah, no, Becerra starts 3 balls, no strikes, and you think, oh, this would not be good. Let's not have one of these games. But now he's right back in the saddle. Becerra's is looking good.
Moving right along, Caden Carpenter, the right fielder. Guess what? Also a lefty.
Yeah.
Carpenter.
3 straight lefties to start off this lineup. Carpenter coming from the University of Utah, standing at 6'4", 235.
Interesting stat. He's actually the 2022 All-Valley Pitcher of the Year.
Yeah.
But no ABL pitching stats just yet.
Not yet, at least.
He takes the ball. It's 1-0.
Sure, you could see him out there later on.
Oh, I'm sure.
Becerra has faced the Chugiak Chinooks and the Glacier Pilots. This is the first time he's getting a look at these Matsu Miners.
Taking a strike as Carpenter to the plate goes to 1-1. I tell you, Becerra, he's a perfect guy for Alaska. His hobbies, sports, you got that. Hiking, you got that. Fishing, and going out with friends.
I think Becerra's going to be okay.
I think he will be. 1-1. Cut and a miss from Caden Carpenter makes it 1-2.
Yeah, Carpenter at the dish now. Has a 200 batting average, 2 for 10. Does have a home run and 3 RBI.
At Utah, had a 271 average in 27 games played, 16 of those starts. 1-2. Just inside, a little bit off the dirt as well.
I like that breaking ball. I like the use of the breaking ball at a 1-2. That's something similar you'd see from Becerra on an 0-2 count. But even here, still experimenting, knowing he's a pitch ahead.
Carpenter at the plate, but he was actually the #1 left-handed pitcher in Utah. Bounces that one towards the first baseman right there. Thomas grabs it, steps on the bag, and 3 up, 3 down for Becerra after he started 3-0 on the leadoff batter, Emilio Burris. We'll be right back on the Anchorage Bucs Baseball Network.
Of all the reasons we love Alaska, easy isn't one of them. We like a good challenge, but we also love innovative technology that simplifies our busy lives. Whether you want to make a deposit or pay a bill, check in or check out, or quickly send and receive money, one bank has the online and mobile tools to help you through whatever comes your way. Simple, secure, reliable. Bank on the go. First National Bank, Alaska.
Boar's Head has harnessed the power of fire to unlock an intense new flavor. An expertly charred, flame-grilled masterpiece to take your senses to new heights. Because when Boar's Head lights a fire, we ignite an experience worth savoring. New Boar's Head Firesmith Flame-Grilled Chicken Breast. Flavor forged in flame. Available only at the deli and only from Boar's Head. Compromise elsewhere.
All zeros on the board here in the top of the second inning. Jace Andrews, Drake Toll here with you on the Anchorage Bucs Baseball Network. We're 1 inning gone and no hits on either side, but the one base runner for the Bucs makes it to where we're going to have 5, 6, and 7 in this inning. Cole Howarth, Jacob Rebrook, and Nolan Wilson all getting their first look at Dolly.
Should note from the bottom of the first, Becerra only threw 11 pitches, going 3 up and 3 down, despite the 3-0 count that you already mentioned he started the leadoff batter Barreras with. But now you got to deal with Dolly again. He does have 1 walk to his ledger, but also 2 strikeouts through that first inning pitched. Looked really good with the fastball, too.
Howarth batting from the right side, the right fielder tonight, coming out of Cal Baptist University, as he gets his first look. And he swings the first pitch you see, ground ball to the shortstop, Barreras. Across the diamond to Vest, the first baseman. 1 pitch, 1 out for Dolly.
Yeah, 1 pitch and 1 out will do. Saw an off-speed, and Howarth, the 6'6", 230-pound product, hit it pretty hard, but right to Barreras at shortstop.
Bring up Jacob Rebrook, Pepperdine guy from the Woodlands, Texas. Batting on the left-hand side. Actually lived very close to Woodlands for a long time.
The Woodlands, Conroe, all kind of towns in and around there, huh?
Definitely. Lots of good towns. Outside there for ball one. There's actually Rebrook's father and mother were both athletes at Marietta College. Played football and soccer. Strike taken by Rebrook. 1 ball, 1 strike. 1 out here.
Rebrook, 6'2", sophomore at Pepperdine.
Funny enough, as he looks at a ball there, 2-1. Hasn't pitched in college, but he had a 0.64 ERA in high school.
Wow.
That's unheard of. 2 balls, 1 strike. Sun trying to shine out here tonight. That's hit high into right field. Going back is Carpenter. And he's going to watch it go over the wall. That's a buck bomb right there for Jacob Rebrook, the 2nd of the year. Points to the pitching staff as he rounds third base, and it's 1-0 Bucks.
Talked about the fastball from Dolly. Really good fastball, but if somebody gets a hold of it, it's hard enough. You can take it the other way. How about 345 feet on that home run from Rebrook, the 2nd home run of the year for the Bucks. And just like that, the good guys lead.
Catcher number
That's pretty good right there. Way to start. Back in the lineup there is good way to start the 2nd inning, I'd say.
Yeah, you'll take that, huh?
Brings up Nolan Wilson, the catcher. See if that home run affects Deli at all. High there with the ball.
Well, it's funny you say that because the first pitch that he gave Wilson was about a foot and a half above the glove.
It can be really challenging to come back from an early home run. That can really stifle a pitcher. 1-0. Hard swing from Wilson, but he fouls it off.
I mentioned Wilson in the pregame. I'm excited to see this kid play all summer long. 49 starts at Nevada this season. Hit .288, which is 3rd on the team. Was 2nd in hits, 2nd in doubles. Had the team lead in triples. Hit a home run in his very first at-bat of the season.
Watches there, takes the ball.
Yeah, just a little high, another breaking ball. Talked about how Dolly goes fastball about 2/3 of the time. And then mixes in that slider, and you can see it. Not a pronounced break necessarily across the plate, but got good vertical movement.
2-1. Lined into right field. That'll drop for a base hit right in front of the right fielder, Carpenter. Well, Carpenter watched one go over his head. That time watched it bounce right in front of him.
Yeah, Carpenter getting some early action here in right field, which has not been a good thing for him. And maybe jumping the gun a bit here, but Sunday morning, man, she woke up fighting mad. When it rains, it pours. And you're...
Name that song, go.
Hasn't exactly poured yet for Dolly, but a home run and a single from Wilson. Wilson now batting .400 this year. Not the start to this 2nd inning, as you mentioned, that Dolly wanted.
Brings up Logan Hocuff. Came off a 2-walk day yesterday as he takes a strike. He had been struggling at the plate, but who knows, maybe 2 walks gets him off the schneid.
Yeah, you're seeing, again, that ball's about an inch or 2 off the plate. To the righties with the ball outside in the river between the plate and the left-handed batter's box. That's going to be called a strike tonight.
0-1 pitch, looking to bunt, pulls back off the catcher Machado, taking off for second base and getting there easily is Nolan Wilson on another pass ball.
Yeah.
Second pass ball of the evening already for the catcher Machado.
As good as Machado has been at framing pitches, when he catches the ball, really good. When he doesn't,
don't know where it's going.
Not so good.
1 ball, 1 strike, 1 out. Runner at second base trying to increase this already 1-0 lead in the top of the 2nd. Watches that one for strike, as I really think Hocuff wanted to swing at that one as he kind of put his bat into the ground after watching it. 1-2.
Yeah, Hocuff 1 for 18 early in the year, .055 average. Trying to get into a groove and bring that up.
The 1-2 pitch from Dolly. Watched outside, taken. Ball 2.
Yeah. You can see Machado, that's right where he wanted that pitch. I think the fastball, about 6 inches off the plate to the outside, trying to get Hocuff to swing, but again, he's got really good patience at the plate.
Dolly checks the runner. The 2-2 coming to Logan Hocuff. Checks the runner again. Hocuff watches strike 3 taken on the outside half as he slams his bat and heads back to the dugout.
Two down now here, and you get Curtis Hebert, batting .412 this season, has been atop the league all year long in batting average. He is already a star for this Anchorage Bucs team.
Coming out of the University of Portland, but the hometown kid, Anchorage, South Anchorage High School. Got a couple of guys on the Bucs from that high school. First pitch to him, outside, way outside there. Machado reaches to grab it. 1-0. Hebert, one of the 2 Alaska Baseball Players of the Year on this Bucs team.
Wow.
He earned that honor in the 2021-2022 year.
And the other one would be?
Dylan Maltby, as that one's hit into center field over the head of the second baseman Thurston. Rounding third, coming home is Wilson. The throw not in time, and it's a 2-0 lead for the Bucs.
It was always Curtis Hebert. He is inevitable. An RBI single there. The Bucs double the lead. The second night in a row, the Bucs have an early multi-run lead.
I tell you, that second leadoff spot at the 9 hole for Hebert seems to be where he likes it.
Yep.
Well, that'll reset the lineup. We'll go back to the top with Ben Haar. He struck out his first time, taking his hacks from the left side, trying to keep this inning alive now after 2 runs have come across. First pitch from Dolly's fouled off by Haar, left side, way out of play. Had the home run and the second batter of this inning with Jacob Rebrook. Nolan Wilson with the single, advancing to second on the pass ball, and then Curtis Hebert does what he does in the 9 slot, RBI single. 0-1, taken outside, it's 1-1. Ben Haar and all Grossmont Hills League first team honors.
You ever met anybody who is all Grossmont Hills
Never.
first team? Yep, he's the first one for me too.
Never. 1-1, cut and a miss. Taking second is Hebert, but he will be out by a mile with the throw from Austin Machado, beating Hebert healthily. We'll go to the bottom of the second inning, but 2 runs come across on a homer and an RBI single from Curtis Hebert. You're watching the Anchorage Bucs Baseball Network.
Keep on the sunny side, always on the sunny side.
Come into Village Inn and see why the sun rises and sets with breakfast.
It will help us every day, it will brighten all the way, if we keep on the sunny side of life.
Because a good meal is about more than just how it tastes. It's about how it makes you feel.
Keep on the sunny side, always on the sunny side. Keep on the sunny side of life.
Village Inn.
Qdoba's new Chicken Diablo nachos are made with hand-diced pico de gallo, which means they're as fresh as... They're also loaded with juicy adobo chicken, flame-grilled in-house, so they're as flavorful as... And they're topped off with fiery queso Diablo, so they're as spicy as... New Chicken Diablo nachos. Try them today, only at Qdoba. United by flavor.
2 runs in the top of the second off a home run from Jacob Rebrook. And an RBI single from Curtis Hebert puts the Bucs with a 2-run lead here in the bottom of the second as Luis Becerra comes back out for his second inning of work.
Yeah, I got to deal with the catcher here. Machado coming to the dish. Machado this season, .375 average. That will play.
Watches the first pitch for a ball outside. 1 ball, no strikes on the catcher. Machado watches that one for a strike. Upper part of the zone there with a fastball.
Very similar pitch, wasn't it?
It was. It was like you. I kind of double checked after I saw it was a ball.
Yeah.
1-1. Another strike, another fastball. 1-2.
All right, Becerra getting ahead again. He didn't do that to start the first inning.
One ball, 2 strikes. Becerra had a 1-2-3 inning, trying to do the same here in the second. Bounce down the third baseline, foul. Just foul across that third base bag.
That's awesome. Rebrook was making sure everybody knew, too. Yeah. Just in case anybody had any questions.
That was foul.
Third baseman Jacob Rebrook had a big tomahawk chop, foul territory. That one's not a fair ball.
Hit a home run, get a tomahawk chuck.
Yep.
Becerra It's his sign on the 1-2 pitch, once again coming to Machado. Inside, a little low as well. Evens up at 2.
He almost hit Machado.
You know, you hit Major League Machado. That doesn't go well a lot of times.
Working with an off speed.
2-2. Outside, it's 3-2.
Yeah, on the 2-2, going back to the fastball, trying to pump it in the zone and missed badly there. So a 3-2 pitch here. I'm sure they'll go fastball again for Becerra.
Full count pitch. Flied into right field, right center field. Howarth, Bodeker both going back. It's going to hit off the wall. Throw in from Howarth will keep him at second base, but a leadoff double for Austin Machado to start the bottom of the second for the Miners.
Yeah, the Bucs did their damage in the top of the first with 2 runs. The Miners, if you want to answer, it's a pretty good start with a stand-up double.
Brings up Maddox Haley, the left fielder.
Left fielder,
I'll tell you,
number 23.
not surprising from Machado.
Maddox
This past year in college, he batted .303. It's funny enough, that was over 100 points higher than what he batted in the previous season, where he was sitting just at the top of the 100s.
Yeah, that'll play.
So now Becerra works with a man on for the first time tonight.
Maddox Haley at the plate is from La Mesa, California.
And he'll watch a strike.
Jace, La Mesa is?
The table.
That's my second favorite town in California, the first being Los Gatos.
Where does Corona rank?
3rd. Close 3rd.
Close 3rd. Close 3rd. Check on the runner. 0-1 pitch. Popped high in the air. It'll go foul. First base side.
Just off the windshield of a white Nissan Maxima. Looks like Arkansas plate. Somebody drove a long way to get their windshield.
How many miles do you think that is?
Roughly 6,000.
There you go.
Probably take you about 62 hours to drive. Don't ask me how I know.
Maddox this past year at San Diego State, 18 games, 10 of those starts, had a 184 average, including 1 home run. He also walked 5 times.
Yeah.
This is his 6th game in the ABL in this early season. Bounce to the plate, nice block there by Nolan Wilson. And I think we got to go back to it. The catching depth on this Bucs team is just insane.
It really is. From Burkhalter to Wilson, you got Dylan Maltby, who's also been back there. All 3 guys have thrown out runners trying to swipe second base. On top of having great arms, they're all impeccable behind the dish when it comes to framing up pitches and keeping them in front of them.
The 1-2 to Haley with the runner at second, Machado. Lined into center field. Bodeker's right there to grab it, though. He'll grab, tag, just a bluff from Machado.
Bodeker getting that to Rebrook on a 1-hop. That's what they teach you to do a lot of times as an outfielder. Bounce the ball. It's going to be easier for your third baseman, Rebrook, to get the baseball at a low trajectory and swipe the tag.
Hitter.
But the throw was so good that it keeps
37.
Machado at second base. Bodeker flashing the arm there.
Great arm from Bodeker. I mean, what can he do? What can't he do?
I haven't seen him cook yet.
Oh, fair enough, fair enough.
I have not seen him cook.
I'll bring up Landon Rogers from Milton, Florida, where he plays at Santa Fe Community College in Florida. First pitch, watches, a little low for a ball.
Tell you, it's good to have the lead early tonight. The Miners are last in the league, the last team in the league in batting average, at just 180 this year.
That's tough. That's real tough.
Not great.
No.
Not a great start.
1-0, taken for a strike. Catches that outside part. I tell you, I looked up Landon Rogers. I found more stuff about when he played quarterback in high school in his baseball days. He actually threw for just under 2,000 yards his senior year.
That'll do. Where did he play?
He played at Santa Fe, but actually received baseball offers from Howard University as he bounces that first base off the glove of Thomas, but he recovers to get the out at first. I'll tell you, that hit off his wrist, bounced up into his facial area, and then was able to touch first in time.
That is why, if you played baseball, they've told you in Little League, put your glove on the ground. So many times errors are caused because guys are scared of a hard hit ball. They pull the glove. What did Thomas do? Kept his glove on the ground, got square in front of the baseball. It hit off his glove, took a bad hop, hit him right in the chest. Still gets the out.
That's what you do. Use your body. Alex Thurston steps up, takes a little low for a strike. A little low for a ball, excuse me.
Another good frame by Wilson there. Getting it back up into the zone. That one just below the knees.
Thurston, one of 2 minors in this lineup from Valpo. From Fowler, Indiana, originally. 1-0. He'll fly that one into foul territory, right field side. It'll go up. Well, actually stay in play, but out of the reach of the right fielder, Howarth.
Valparaiso, the alma mater of Bryce Drew. Legendary Homer Drew, the basketball coach there for a long time. Steeped in basketball history. And a couple of baseball guys they've sent up here to Alaska this year.
1 ball, 1 strike. Watches a strike at the top of the zone.
Another beautiful frame from Wilson. That ball is skating the corner, and then Wilson pulls it firmly back to the plate, but not too far. As a catcher, if you're dramatic about it, you're never going to get the call. Wilson does it so smoothly.
1 ball, 2 strikes. Trying to strike out the high school valedictorian, Alex Thurston.
Smart kid.
Bounce, foul, third base side.
Rebrook did not give the foul signal on that one.
No, but a nice play by the minors coach up there on the third base.
Yeah.
Nice little bare hand on the hop.
He has braved the weather here, that third base coach, with just a pullover, whereas our first base coach here has a full-on trench coat.
Alaska.
June 12th.
1-2 from Becerra. Nice breaking ball, but does not get the top of the zone. It'll be 2 balls, 2 strikes now.
I'd say a Mount Rushmore breaking ball that I have seen up here so far. Becerra has not been consistent with it, but that, such pretty break with the curve.
2-2, cut and miss. Strike 3, strands that runner at third base. And the leadoff double is for naught for the Miners as Luis Becerra shuts him down. We'll go top 3 here on the Anchorage Bucs Baseball Network.
Okay, let's have some fun, huh?
Check it out. Imagine how much Mountain Dew is in there.
Hey, guys! We should probably drink these fast.
To the 2.
Welcome to Alaska. Jay Sanders, Drake Toll. Here with you tonight. 2-0 lead here for the Anchorage Bucs. Ben Harr will lead off this inning as you'll have 1, 2, and 3 for your Anchorage Bucs. After Harr was left at the plate when Curtis Hebert was caught stealing to end the top of the second.
I personally am having a really good time doing that baseball. It is 48 degrees. The wind is about 15 miles per hour right now. Everybody is bundled up. I drank a whole thing of hot chocolate pregame. It just doesn't feel like baseball weather. There's a mountain out in left field.
Where there's snow caps on it.
Yes, a lot of snow out there. You and I saw that a couple of days ago up close and personal.
I walked in it.
And to make it all better, the Bucs lead.
Ben Harr at the plate, coming off that strikeout in the first inning. Trying to get on base this time. He watches for ball 1. Talked about it yesterday, but Ben Harr, such a good Buck name.
Yeah.
1-0, up high.
Oh, not high by much. Just about belt level there to Harr, but I guess we'll call that a ball today.
Guess so. But an interesting zone to start off this game.
Yeah.
2-0, that's a strike. Taken at the plate. Two balls, 1 strike. Dolly, fastball, gets a cut and a miss from Ben Harr. Moves it even to 2-2 here in the top of the third inning. Dolly getting up there in pitches. He's over 40.
Oh!
Close call there. Strike 3 called at the plate. Ben Haar goes down with the strikeout for the second time already this afternoon on a tough call there.
Yeah.
Don't
Looked a little
know.
low.
Yeah,
Hard
I
to
don't know about
argue
that
it. Haar, class act. Just went back to the
Very
dugout.
much.
No protest.
Well, and that brings up Lex Bodeker. Golden Knight trying to reach base. Grounded out to the first baseman his first time up. He watches. Ball 1.
Bodeker, we've already mentioned a billion times, 16 home runs in the spring. He's just got a ton of power in that bat.
Ton of power in the bat, ton of power in the arm as well.
Yeah.
Makes some nice throws from center field. Watches, it's me low.
To
One ball,
mention,
no
too, the
strikes.
Bucs rank last in the league in strikeouts. They struck out 57 times. The Chinooks are second with 53. I guess second from last. So that's one thing that when you got some pretty good power bats in this lineup, you also get a good amount of strikeouts.
Well, forgive me if I'm wrong, but I'm pretty sure the Bucs as a team are atop maybe. I don't know if they're first in strikeouts as well. Outside and a 4-pitch walk to Lex Bodeker. Puts him on, and now with 1 out, you got a runner on for the Bucs.
Would that be strikeouts by the pitching staff? Is that what you're?
That's what
you're
I'm
alluding to
inferring.
here. Yeah,
Yes,
yeah.
sir.
Well,
Believe we're
my
pretty
friend
high.
Jace, you would be correct by 5 strikeouts. The Bucs 58, the Pilots 53 coming into this game. So for the amount of times that the Bucs strike out at the plate, they also do a lot of striking other people out.
That is very well put. Very well put. Zach Thomas walked his first time back at the plate with a runner at first base. That was a quick pitch there from Dolly, and it's a ball inside. Very much quickened that motion.
Let's play a game. What do you say?
All right, let's play it.
Will Dolly check over at Lex Bodeker? Yes or no?
No.
Hey!
Oh, there it is. 1-0. Flied high in the air. It'll go foul over the dugouts. I tell you, very small dugouts here at Herman Brothers.
Truly are duggan. That's not the word.
Max?
They truly are dug out, too. You know, a lot of dugouts are just outs, kind of sheds.
Yeah.
These are in the ground over there, and you're right, they're not large.
No. That's a true major league style dig into the ground. Watched outside at the plate from Thomas. It's now 2-1.
Interesting, too, today's the perfect day for it. It's freezing outside. Terribly, terribly cold. So all the guys are sardined together in these tiny little dugouts.
2-1. Bounced. Oh, a bad hop over the head of the third baseman, Hannas, and it'll be a base hit for Zach Thomas. Well, I tell you, Lex Bodeker was off originally on the pitch, stopped as it got off the bat of Thomas, and then at the lip of the infield dirt just took a weird bounce over the head of third base.
3 feet ahead of the lips. Like Zach Thomas had brought a crawfish pregame, throw it over there, and it's dug a burrow. That ball kicked off of.
Crawfish in Alaska.
Yeah, I don't think it would survive very long.
I was about to say,
but
I
it
don't know about that
survived
one.
long enough to dig that hole over there. I don't know how that ball bounced with such
I don't know. That was weird.
dramatic force.
Either way, runner at first and second now as you bring up Jackson Sorensen.
I'm not mad.
Not at all. Dolly will step off as he needs a moment to recuperate after what just happened.
Yeah. Sorensen, 357 average. 0 for 1 today, though, with the strikeout. You played baseball as a kid, huh?
I did.
You never have little crawfish holes in the field down there where you were?
Well, I played in Texas, so
Yeah, so there
I
had
did
to be
have
some. That was the big thing for us in Arkansas. Is you'd walk around the infield and there'd be 4 or 5 different burrows where crawfish had made. And if you ever hit the ball hard enough,
you know, I'll be completely honest. at this
bounce
point.
off one of those.
I was pretty decent at baseball when I was younger. 0-1. Flied foul left side.
Let me make an inference here. Obviously, you are in the booth with me, so I'm guessing your story ends fairly similar with mine. There was a point in time where baseball didn't work out.
There was a point in time where baseball didn't work out, and I was then making the crawfish holes in left field, digging out the ground, the grass.
You were the crawfish they
I
always
was
talk
the crawfish.
about. Okay.
I was him. Inside, runner taking off for third. Bodeker, he'll get there. Smart base running by Lex Bodeker. He's got power, he's got arm strength, he's got baseball knowledge.
Yeah, Lex Bodeker is America. I don't know if we've mentioned that to this point.
You know, Bodeker and a bald eagle flying over the gray shirt have the same amount of energy.
Talking about like 5-tool player, Bodeker's a 6-tool guy.
The 6 tools America.
Well, what is he missing? He's nothing.
Nothing at all. 1-2 now, runners at the corners. Dolly looks in the pitch. Lined into center field. That'll drop for a base hit. RBI single for Sorensen as Bodeker touches the plate.
And you still got runners at first and second.
So, yeah.
Good piece of hitting there from Sorensen on the fastball. Talking about Dolly, it was overpowering to start, and now the Bucs have caught up to it. That's going to warrant a mound visit. A couple guys going out to the bullpen here. Dolly has thrown 56 pitches already through 2 1/3. You talked about how dominant he was with 6 strikeouts and 7 innings pitched coming into this game.
Complete 180. Complete.
Yeah, had not allowed an earned run there. His ERA has now ballooned to up over 7.
I tell you, I'm not saying this inning is because of it, but I need to go find that crawfish who made that hole.
Yeah.
I need to go find it.
So interesting. I'm still confused. I took physics in high school.
I don't know.
That ball hit something in the infield and bounced a good 8 to 10 feet up in the air over the third baseman, Hannos. And I mentioned Dolly, his ERA is now updated on point streak. 11.59 ERA at this point after coming in with an ERA of 0. The Bucs have already jumped on him that much.
That's tough. That's a tough hit right there. Cole Haworth, right fielder at the plate. He's got runners at first and second.
Haworth 0 for 1 today, batting .278.
Little blooper. It's going to drop. First baseman grabs, tags the runner, and then throws to first, not in time. So he will get the runner Sorensen on a really weird ball that kind of nubbed off the bat of Haworth. You have runners on the corners, though, but 2 gone.
Third baseman.
Call that a fielder's choice right there.
That's about as awkward as you can get. Just kind of blooped it over the head of Dolly. Thurston and Vest both converged. You call it almost as good as a bunt because now you've got another runner 90 feet away. The Bucs so far 3 hits, make it 3 runs, 5 hits, no errors.
Well, and guess who's up at the plate?
Yeah.
Guy who had the power hit last time with the homer.
Give me Jacob Rebrook.
Swings the first pitch, pops it up in the infield. Shortstop takes control, and Barreras catches it for the 3rd out. But another run comes across to score on an RBI single from Jackson Sorensen. 3-0 Bucs here in the bottom of the 3rd, coming up here on the Anchorage Bucs Baseball Network.
Stay away from my wife.
Hi, I'm Ben Stiller. My job as an actor is making you believe what you're seeing is real. Louise, will you? The pain is real.
That the cold is real. Don't say that about yourself. I know. I know.
But friendship is real.
The real is real.
But it's not real, it's just acting. Wow, that's like really good. Or was I just acting? Only way to know is to try it for yourself.
This is really, really ridiculously good tasting.
Becerra back on the mound for the Bucs. Jace Andrews, Drake Toll, welcome to Alaska as we welcome you to this baseball game happening on June 12th, where you're the only baseball league where everybody is bundled up
For the minors,
and the sun is out.
Fielder,
Very much so at 6:49 p.m.
You know, Jace, it's not about the cold. It's about the Bucs, baby. It's all about the Bucs.
Love the Bucs.
Let's go Bucs. Hit a home run. Go Bucs.
Sebastian Tomerlin steps to the plate for the Miners. He watches the first pitch for a strike.
You know, they called him Seb in high school. You know how I know that?
You asked him.
I don't. I have no idea, actually.
You called him that in high school, though.
Yeah, I did. I remember. We go way back.
Way back. 1 ball, 1 strike.
Old Seb and I.
Fun fact, his only hit in the ABL this year was actually a 2 RBI single against the Oilers. Ended up tying the game.
Good for him.
Good for him. 2-1.
Out of is it Central Arizona?
Community College.
Community College.
Couple of guys there for the Miners from that school. 1 for 9 on the season. Fans at that pitch. It's 2-2.
He wasn't quite close to hitting that one either.
No. Well, that's one of those where he kind of stepped in the bucket. If you played baseball a little younger, he stepped his foot into a far, far area of the zone that you don't really want to when you start swinging. 1-2. Excuse me, 2-2. Either way, it's a strikeout.
Yeah, he wasn't really close to hitting any of those pitches.
Not at all.
That was not the most quality at-bat for Sebastian Tomlin. His batting average
Now coming to bat.
Now at
Third
100 this season.
Number 7.
I'll tell you, back-to-back hits now for Becerra.
Hannah.
He didn't have a single strikeout through the first 6 batters. 7 and 8 Ks.
Yeah.
Brings up Caleb Hannes.
Luis this spring, 4.91 ERA.
Fouled off from Hannes at the plate.
18 appearances, 1 start, 22 innings. Becerra gave up 12 earned runs in those 22 innings. One of a couple. You mentioned there are a few guys from Central Arizona Community College for the Matsu Miners. That looked good.
Ball there, but
not by much.
Questionable.
Yeah. And the Bucs have, a couple Arizona State guys, a couple Cal Baptist guys, DBU a pipeline there.
1-1, bounce foul.
And UCI, look, it's a good problem to have when you've got a good group at the DBU UCI, namely, of players that are just now coming in because they've been playing in regionals and super regionals.
Funny you mention that. Caleb Hannes, his dad is the head coach at Indiana State University, the Sycamores.
The Sycamores.
Reached the Supers this year against TCU. 1-2. Line into left field. That'll drop for a base hit. The second of the evening for the Miners.
Interesting. Because Valparaiso plays in the Missouri Valley Conference, and that's the same conference as Indiana State. He's played against his dad.
He has. And what's funny is he was the 2021 Missouri Valley Conference Freshman of the Year. He batted 296 and led the team.
So he had to be good enough to play for his father at Indiana State, the best team in the conference, but instead he's at Valparaiso. Also played for Terry Hott. He played summer league ball there with not with his dad, but around his dad.
Emilio Barrera is back at the plate. Flew out to the center fielder Bodeker his first time up. Takes a hack at the first pitch he sees and swings right through it. It's 0-1.
Played the Coastal Plain League last year, by the way.
Oh, what team?
Oh, Peninsula.
Oh, the Peninsula Pilots. Outside ball 1 there, 1-1.
Not to be confused with the Peninsula Oilers.
No.
Very different baseball leagues.
2 Peninsula teams in 2 leagues that I've been in. Crazy.
One on the East Coast, one on the far west side of the world.
I was about to say, what coast is this? 1-1 fouled behind the plate.
Turns out I was asking because, Anchorage is on the ocean. So I was like, all right, is that like a bay or a cape or an inlet or something? No, it's a gulf. Alaska's that big. They're like, oh, that's just the Gulf. We have our own.
The Gulf of Alaska.
All right, great. More you know up here. Spruce trees.
Tell you, flying into here was like a movie.
Yeah.
It's a movie.
Which movie? The Gray?
Good choice. Bouncer on the ground. Abear flip to the shortstop. Back to first in time. Double play. Abear, Hokuff, and Thomas combined for the twin killing, as that'll be the end of the inning in the bottom of the third for the Miners. Top 4 coming up after the double play here on the Anchorage Bucs Baseball Network.
Feels like just yesterday she was in a car seat. Now she's gonna be in the driver's seat. I guess there's a first time for everything. Today is all about the basics. Gotta have unbeatable focus. Kind of like the unbeatable mileage I get from Chevron with Techron. He knows it helps keep my engine clean, and she knows how to pay with the Chevron app. Everyone's learning today. All right, next stop, the parking lot. The empty parking lot.
Unbeatable mileage for you and your car. This is Lulu and Lobo.
Ah, it's back!
The woo-woo monster! No! 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 I can't take this! We need a new place!
With as low as 3% down on a fixed-rate mortgage, your new home is within reach.
All clear. I went home.
Deep breath, deep breath, deep breath.
Talk to a home mortgage consultant or apply online. This is your way home. This is Wells Fargo.
The mountains on the left side of the field make you believe we're in Alaska. That's because we are. Jace Andrews, Drake Toll. Welcome back to the Anchorage Bucs Baseball Network, as it is a 3-0 lead for the Bucs. Scored 2 in the top of the second, scored 1 in the top of the third, hopefully scoring more here in the top of the fourth.
Did you know that whaling is illegal in the state of Alaska?
What is whaling? Is that like catching of whales?
No.
That's not possible.
Much worse. But at the same time, indigenous Alaskans are allowed to whale. I find that so neat.
Found straight back by Nolan Wilson as he starts off the top of the 4th inning for the Bucs. Dolly back out there, for the Miners.
Wilson's good at baseball.
He is. Very good. He had a single his last time up. He actually came around to score as well. Swings through that one.
That's so interesting.
0-2.
According to the International Whaling Commission, subsistence whaling is a way of life for the Inupiat and Siberian Yupik people who inhabit western and northern Alaska.
Are you allowed to say what is whaling on the air?
I don't know.
Let's not then. I'll figure it out. Bounce to the shortstop. Barreras across the diamond to Vest at first in time. 6-3 put out as Nolan Wilson set down for the first time this evening.
It's the Nolan gives way to
Shortstop number 17.
Logan Hocuff. Whaling is the
how can you describe this in the most PG way?
Unaliving, if you will, of a certain creature.
Okay. I think I can infer from that. Hocuff watches the ball. Tell you, that looked like to hit the bottom of the zone, but I'll take it either way.
Hocuff 0 for 1 today. A strikeout in his first at-bat.
I mentioned Corona because that's exactly where Hocuff is from.
There you go.
Fly ball, shallow center field coming on as Tomerlin dives. They're going to say, did he make it? There's been no signal yet if he made the catch or not. I believe they're going to say it dropped.
Has reached first base safely via a single. And I'll tell you, it was a great, spectacular acting job by Tomerlin, who came up underneath the baseball, and when he knew it was out of his glove, he put his chest up over it so nobody could see it. Luckily, the umpire could see it.
Right there.
And sadly, his second baseman, Thurston, was right there too and gave a big safe signal. That doesn't help your teammate, my friend.
It does not. That does not. That's something you don't want to do if you're trying to get the out. Let's see how it works out. Curtis Hebert at the plate. He had an RBI single his last time up. He'll line that one towards the shortstop, and does he lets it drop. Flip to second in time, but luckily Hebert smartly runs to first, so they'll only get the lead runner, Hocuff, out at second.
Well, that is exactly why the infield fly rule exists, but only with runners at first, second, or first, second, and third. That's exactly what it was, no matter what. However, that ball might have been duffed by the shortstop Barreras. It didn't matter because Hocuff couldn't come off at first base.
I will say, forgive me if I'm wrong, Hebert, that's fouled off by the new batter, Ben Har. A little bit of speed on his trap is he's got 4 stolen bases this season, whereas Hocuff, we haven't seen enough on base yet to see his speed. So the decision making there, interesting.
Hebert did get thrown out.
He did get thrown out once.
So there's your did get thrown out earlier today.
That is true. What does it make him? He's 4 for 6 on the year in stolen bases. Yeah.
But now you get Ben Har at the plate. Over 2 today with 2 strikeouts, but third time already that he's come up to face Dolly.
Third time in the order, always the tough one. Watches for a strike. It's 1-2 the count.
Is it the first 2 times weren't tough enough? Already 6 hits and 3 runs for the Bucs.
We're in the top of the 4th. As mentioned, Bucs up 3-0. Hebert at first. Pick over, he slides back safely.
That's a really good pickoff move.
That was. When Hebert, he was a shuffle step when he started the motion towards first, so he had to get back quick.
For as little as Dolly has looked over or shown the pickoff move, now that he does, he changes arm slots, and it's dangerous.
1-2 pitch to Ben Har. Check on the runner. Pick back again, and this time he got him.
100%.
Hebert, he was having his whole momentum shift towards second. Gets thrown out on the pickoff move by the pitcher Dolly. And for the second time, Ben Har is left stranded at the plate as Hebert picked off. We'll go to the bottom of the 4th inning here on the Anchorage Bucs Baseball Network.
They call him the harder farmer, a real bad man with a soft side for hard lemonade. He's got a nose for lemons and for trouble. This time he's back with half tea, half lemonade, and 100%. Oh, wow.
Oh, wow.
Get your hands on some today before the harder farmer gets his hands on you.
When Subway opened, they changed the fast food game. But sometimes you gotta refresh to be fresh. Welcome to the Eat Fresh Refresh, where there's so much new, some say it can't fit in one ad. I say, we're talking a new All-American Club, deli-style oven-roasted turkey, and...
Oh, that's the new steak and cheese.
Oh, yeah, I knew that. That's the one with the new seasoning.
And that was the new MVP Parmesan vinaigrette.
Right, which makes the next level foot... Hold up, the Subway logo? Wait, I'm out of...
Bottom of the fourth.
Welcome back to the Anchorage Bucs Baseball Network. I'm Jay Sanders. Besides me is Drake Toll.
Close
enough. Luis Bucero's on the mound again, working in his 4th inning. I tell you, summer ball, that's pretty good. Getting to 4?
Oh, yeah.
Definitely good. Well, what was it? We saw yesterday, 5 innings pitched from Sky Wells.
Yep, this early in the year, you really, until your first off day, as that ball's just low, you'll get guys going about 60, 65 pitches tops. And now, after week 1, as long as someone doesn't have an innings restriction, they'll just go.
Second pitch is lined into center field in front of Bodeker for a base hit. Cooper Vest, first baseman, first guy on here in the bottom of the 4th for the Miners.
Second hit so far in this game. Making the third now. Third hit in this game for the Miners. First for Vest. He's
Right
1 for 2. That'll help the 176 average.
Caden Carpenter steps up. Grounded out to the first baseman, his first time up. I tell you, Carpenter is a name known across Utah. Lived and grew up in American Fork, Utah. Pick over to first.
Oh, that was close.
Really close, but sliding back safely was Vest. He was the number 1 left-handed pitcher in Utah, the number 3 overall player in Utah by perfect game, and he was the number 31 overall player in the entire country as he watches the ball outside.
Yeah. Perfect game, preseason All-American in 21 and 22. Future Cape Leaguer, future Big Leaguer up here.
1-0. Check swing. Doesn't go. Ball 2.
He is 0 for 1 today. Hitting just 182. It's amazing how many guys you get up here. This to me, it really is the second best summer league in America when it comes to product.
100%.
But it's close. So many of these guys would give the Cape Leaguers a run for their money, and that's been the big thing a lot of these guys have talked about. I want to go to Cape next summer, but, man, a lot of my buddies are up there, and I'm as good as them. And it's true. I've seen both leagues now, and the talent is not nearly as vast as a lot of people outside of Alaska think.
2-0's fouled off. It's 2-1. And I tell you, we've been talking to some players, and they've mentioned you're getting up to this level. The baseball circle is smaller, and there's a bunch of super regionals going on right now.
Yeah.
Trips to Omaha coming up, and I tell you, every time there's a game on, it's, hey, I play with that guy.
Right.
Hey, I know that guy. Hey, we played in select ball together. These guys are just as good. 2 balls, 1 strike, runner at first. Pickoff. Sliding safe is Vest.
Well, so much of that, too, is summer ball. Oh, I played summer league with that guy last year in the Coastal Plains League. Or, oh, we played in the woods together. And so these guys last night were glued to the TV watching Super Regionals. They will be again today. Figuring out which of their buddies are advancing.
2-1 fouled off, and after the 2-0 start, Becerra works from behind and gets it to 2-2. Speaking of Super Regionals, believe that Texas and Stanford were playing earlier. I think they were tied 3-3. Don't know what the score is on that one now, though. Crazy to believe because right now in Central Time it's 10 o'clock.
Yeah.
2-2. Watched low. Count move to full. We really don't want to walk him here as put 2 runners on and still nobody out in the inning. And will bring up the 4-slot hole Austin Machado, who had a double his first time up.
It is 2 games today. Southern Miss trailing Tennessee 1-0, and Texas trailing Stanford 6-5 in the top of the 8th.
Close games. 3-2, nubbed foul.
Interesting. Did you see the Stanford pitcher throw 156 pitches? Complete game, 16 strikeouts.
I tell you.
Tell me.
Quinn is the most insane pitcher I think I've seen on a college roster.
Since Stephen Schock.
Correct. Or I'll give you another name, Ben Joyce for Tennessee. Also a guy that would just go out there and shove. Another full count pitch before that, pick off. Safe again is Vest.
Kevin Kopps at Arkansas would do the same thing. They just kind of let him go. They bring him in relief in the 5th inning, and the rest of the game was his. They'd start him if they had to have. They knew they needed to win. Kevin Kopps was the guy.
He had the combination at Vanderbilt, Jack Leiter.
Yep. Kumar Rocker.
3-2. Low. It's ball 4 now. 2 runners on. Nobody out here for Luis Becerra. Brings out Ken Hocuff to talk with his starting pitcher.
Where is Kumar Rocker now? Because you know that whole deal was wild.
So, he's actually in the minors for the Rangers.
Okay. Huh.
Funny enough, that's also where Jack Leiter is.
Interesting.
Like,
Good for
of course,
those two guys.
Another story, he was originally drafted by the Mets.
Yep.
Had the, what was it, elbow issue? Is it elbow?
Yeah.
I think it was elbow.
Oh, what do you know? The Mets and arm issues.
Sounds like somebody from this previous year. How many contracts worth of money do you think Carlos Correa signed this offseason?
I can't imagine.
It's almost $1 billion. $1 billion.
Jeez.
I think he was just below $1 billion in contracts, quote unquote, signed.
Looks like Hocuff's meeting didn't take very long.
No, well, he was out there for a short time. The infield stayed there for a little bit. I don't know, maybe discussing a game plan for this next batter, Austin Machado. Like I mentioned, lefty had a double his first time up.
Yep, and there's a lefty up in the pen right now for the Bucs.
It's a big slot here, you know. I tell you, Bucs are up 3-0, but until this point, it felt like more.
Yeah, now the tying runs the plate.
Corner infielders are in here. And the first pitch to Machado is taken for a strike. Double play depth for the middle infielders, but at third, Rebrook, and at first, Thomas, both right on the lip of the grass.
Yeah. Interesting.
Anything close, they'll probably go step on their back. Right now, it's Hocuff keeping the runner on at second. Becerra looking to bunt here. Gets it down as Machado. It's a nice bunt. Catcher Wilson grabs, throws the first in time, covered by Hebert. Nicely done there. But it's a sacked bunt that moves the runners up 90 feet each to second and third.
That's a really, really good bunt.
Now batting for your minors,
but
your
even
left
better
fielder, number 20.
for your catcher Wilson to come up and grab it.
Well, and he took assertion right away.
Yeah.
Put his hands up, said that's mine, that's mine. And I will say, credit to Hebert as well. As with the charging first baseman Thomas, Hebert got to first to cover as well.
Yep.
Still got to get a couple outs here. Got runners at second and third and bringing up Maddox Haley, who flew out to the center fielder Bodeker his first time up.
Haley batting 143 this season.
He'll bounce the first pitch right back to Becerra. Looks at the runner at third. He goes back. Throw to first in time. Nice play by Luis Becerra to keep the runners where they're at.
Luis Becerra with the bare hand.
I tell you, he lost grip of it for a moment
Right.
as he was trying to watch the runner.
around.
He was looking at Vest, trying to make sure he didn't go anywhere, and then, sure enough, bounced right back into his hand. 1-3 put out. Brings the 6-hole Landon Rogers that doesn't hit tonight. Grounded out to the first baseman, and we got a shoe issue. Luis Becerra tying his shoe back up. Got to get that tight.
Yeah, Rogers a 125 average. Landon from UT Southern, 5'10", 180 righty. Sophomore from Olive Branch, Mississippi.
Ball is away from the catcher Wilson, coming home and scoring easily as Cooper Vest for the first run of the game for the Miners on the wild pitch. That's a tough way. You get 2 outs after you have the runners at first and second, and the first pitch to the guy that could possibly end the inning is outside, gets away from the catcher, and the Miners get their first run of the game on it.
Yeah, it looked like Wilson was set up a little closer to the inside half of the plate.
I think that may have been.
That was the call. Becerra goes fastball outside, and Wilson couldn't get there fast enough.
1 ball, no strikes. Runner at third now, and foul ball there right over our heads. 1 ball, 1 strike. Runner at third now is Caden Carpenter. Two outs the inning. 1 pitch to try and stop this somewhat of a minor rally.
Yeah, you still got a 3-1 lead.
2-1.
But if that 3-1 lead becomes a 3-2 lead, then you're really feeling hairy the rest of the way.
2-1. Flied into left field, down the left field line. It'll go foul. Was short of the wall. And a foul ball either way.
Yeah, off the bat, that did not look pretty. Looked
Rogers.
like a bloop single down the line and left.
Well, and especially, I couldn't tell, but it looked like the left fielder Har was shading more towards left center.
Almost a complete shift, yeah. He wouldn't have had any time to
not
get
a
over.
chance. Rogers 1 for 8 this season. He struck out 4 times, And it's a 2-2 count to him. The pitch from Luis Becerra with the runner at third time called.
Yeah, Rogers hit .403 in the spring in 49 games for UT Southern. Had 11 home runs, 56 RBI, 72 runs scored, and 30 stolen bases. That's what the kids are calling good nowadays.
2 balls, 2 strikes, 2 outs. Becerra, the pitch. Lined on a hop, grabbed by the shortstop Hocuff. Across the diamond, grabbed by Thomas. And Becerra gets out of the inning with just 1 run allowed. A nice little play there from Hocuff and Thomas to take down the runner Rogers. We'll go to the top of the 5th. Bucs on top, 3-1 here on the Anchorage Bucs Baseball Network.
We are a family business serving Alaskans for over 60 years. Our founder is my dad, Herb Beckman, a German immigrant who started the business in 1963 with his good friend Otto. To this day, the business is dedicated to making products that are distinctive and of the highest quality.
When Arby's added bacon to the Wagyu Steakhouse burger, it was like, not bad. Then Arby's grabbed that peppercorn ranch and has never felt more alive. Arby's, we have the meat.
In 1986, we started Alaskan Brewing Company. And so we've always tried to reflect the quality that the state has in the beers that we make.
Alaska's beautiful. It's true. It's real.
For 30 years, we've been trying to capture the nature of Alaska and put it in a bottle. Today, 30 years later, we're still making beer in the...
Guess what? We're back to baseball here. Chase Andrews, Drake Toll. At the plate, Ben Harr tries to lay down a bunt and fouls it off.
That was a very quick
break.
break.
Ben Harr back at the plate after being stranded there as Curtis Hebert got picked off at first base. The second time that Harr started on a bat in 1 inning and finished it in the next inning as he got to start off with a count at least.
Yeah, and the second time that Hebert has been taken off the bags.
0-1 foul back. I tell you, one of the first things I learned about baseball was when you foul the ball straight back, you're right on it. You're very close.
So Harr has seen Dolly 4 times now. This is
Correct.
his 4th time he's seen Dolly.
No, this is third. Well, technically 4th.
Yes.
Because of the inning. Bounced foul.
So
play not
5th.
made over there at first base.
This is his 5th
Correct.
time that he's seen Dolly today.
Technically, if you go by at-bats, it's only
Well,
3, but if you go by the times that he has gotten the count
that he's
reset.
stepped into the batter's
It's
box
5.
5 times.
5.
He's 0 for 2 with 2 strikeouts.
He's 0-2 right now. Dolly the pitch. Fouled away as he reached for that one and got it.
The danger here is if you strike out, you are 1K away from the golden sombrero.
We don't want that.
No.
We don't want that.
No, don't want that.
Would not be good. I'll tell you, Harr, I mean, he's adjusted to live pitching pretty well considering he only had 1 at-bat this past year at the University of San Diego. And that's hard. Come in here and face live pitching the first time in probably 7 months. Watches that one low, 1-2.
Should say he had 13 at-bats. I know why you have that, though. They have 2 different sets of stats.
They do.
For Harr, for San Diego this spring.
Man.
Because on the same page it says 1.
What a time as he strikes out there, swings at the pitch that was probably a little off the outside part. Strikes out for the 3rd time this evening and brings up Lex Bodeker, who walked his last time and came around to score.
Number 9, Lex Bodeker.
I think the tough part about Ben Harr, every time he's let off an inning as well. Because he let off the first.
Yeah.
And then he got the 2 times where he had to come back and bat. Bodeker at the plate. 0 for 1 on the evening. I did mention with the walk and the scored run. He also has a stolen bag. He stole 3rd.
Yes, he did.
Stole 3rd. 1 out count here for him.
He's just like that.
He is. He is him.
333 average. I tell you, too, the usually the leaders in your summer league baseball have a 340 to 350 average. That's pretty typical from the Northwoods to Cape, the Coastal Plains, and up here in Alaska. So 333 is really good.
Bodeker fouls it off. It's 2-1.
The Bucs have a team batting average of 284. That's second in the league with the Chinooks, only by .002.
That's really close right there. Well, heck, they're probably playing right now.
Yeah.
Outside, 3-1 and 1 pitch away here for Dolly. Could be walking Bodeker for the second time.
Yeah, now you either get a walk or something you like on the 3-1. The ultimate hitter's count.
I just realized this, but there are a lot of signs in the outfield. Bodeker watches ball 4, and he'll take first base for the second time freely.
My partner, what makes you have that thought?
Well, there are signs on 2 different levels on the fence.
All right.
Going through most of it.
Yes. I would assume they have different prices.
Oh, 100%.
The size of the signs, you think?
I have to.
We have signs over at Mulcahy, though.
But this just seems... Because they even go into the foul territory.
Well, it's a much taller fence than
Correct.
Mulcahy's.
That
Part
is
of that's
fair.
only 322 in left and right.
First pitch to Zach Thomas. He takes a strike. Thomas this evening, 1 for 1 with a walk.
Got a 300 average this year out of LSU Eunice.
A 1. Bounced away through the legs of Machado. Bodeker takes second. Looks at third. He's going to keep going. Catcher can't find it. Machado's throw way late. And Lex Bodeker in a pass ball reaches third from first.
Fate of the world on the line. 1 3-point shot.
Bodeker.
I want Lex Bodeker. That guy's crazy.
He may be on his way to a second player of the game.
Yeah.
1-1. Popped in the air by Thomas. Foul territory. First base side. Vest catches it over his head. Bodeker pump fakes as he goes home, and Vest will hold it as well. Second out of the inning to Zach Thomas. And now Jackson Sorensen will be tasked with trying to push across Bodeker and gain back that run they lost in the bottom of the fourth.
Number 30.
Sorensen 1 for 1 for 2 today with an RBI. Has also struck out. 400 average this year. I can only imagine this will be the last inning that we see Dolly here.
I would have to think. Outside there for the first pitch to Sorensen in this AB. Third time facing Dolly. 1-0 pitch. Be flied into center field. Center fielder moves over, and Tomerlin, more in left center field, makes the grab. Has covered a lot more distance than I thought he would, but either way, retires the side, and Lex Bodeker left stranded at third base. It's 3-1. We head to the bottom of the 5th inning here on the Anchorage Bucs Baseball Network.
I'm currently the discipline engineering team leader at BP Win. I'm actually a chemical engineer by training. I started my career in the upstream oil and gas division. Spent about 8 years supporting operations, both in onshore and offshore processing platform. I knew I was ready for a change. As luck had it, I ended up in wind on a short-term assignment, which then I knew had to turn into a long-term assignment. I think if I were to advise people who are in upstream now and would like to transition into renewables, I would say learn as much as you can about the actual problems that wind farms face, the challenges they have to overcome, and how your skill set can help solve those problems. The general operating principles and operating rigor is the same, whether you're in upstream oil and gas or supporting operations on a wind farm.
Welcome back. We got a new pitcher on the mound for the Bucs. Jace Andrews, Drake Toll with you. We're not on the mound, but David Vizcaino is. Vizcaino.
Yeah, David Vizcaino coming in from the University of Cal Irvine. Vizcaino in relief in this one for the starter Becerra, who went 4 innings, gave 1 earned run, 3 hits, a couple of strikeouts, and 1 walk. Now you deal with David Vizcaino, the righty who just got here. 6'3", 225-pound redshirt sophomore, previously at River City College. Vizcaino in 2022 had an ERA of 1.93 and was 5-0 through 9 appearances and 6 starts. Slowed down a bit in 23, had a 5.96 ERA, 5-2 record, 11 starts, 13 appearances. Vizcaino has pitched 88 2/3 innings in college, giving up 42 earned runs. He struck out 59 and walked 22. David Vizcaino making his debut for the Anchorage Bucs here.
Now at third base for the Bucs, number 10, Dylan Mulkey, sophomore out of Phoenix College. Batting for your Miners, number 6, second baseman, Alex.
I think that sigh was in reference to finding out that.
So erasing everything I just told you. 32 is Vizcaino on the roster, but it's Leland Wilson in real life.
Foul bunt at the plate from the first batter of the inning, Alex Thurston.
Because Vizcaino is supposed to live in the bunkhouse where I
makes
live.
sense. I was kind of wondering.
I was shocked.
I was kind of wondering
that they'd snuck him into my bunkhouse and I didn't know. Leland Wilson.
It's because he was not stuck at all. Or snuck. By the way, Leland Wilson's on the mound.
Hey, look, Leland Wilson's really good at baseball. Pitches out of North Dakota State. Everybody get excited. He's still really good. 2.45 ERA, 3 2/3 pitched, has 3 strikeouts. Came in against the Chinooks last week.
Well, before North Dakota State, you want to guess where he played? You probably
Anchorage, Alaska.
That was before, but how about
Thank you.
The school in between Anchorage and North Dakota State? I'll give you a hint. You would know this team pretty well. 1-2, bounce to the third baseman. Rebrook across the diamond. Nice play. Thomas scoops it up over there at first for the first out of the inning.
Is it the Oklahoma State Cowboys?
No, you wouldn't know them that well.
Oh, is
close.
Is it the TCU Horned Frogs?
Your
a little
center
closer,
fielder,
but no.
number 14, Sebastian.
All right, last guess here,
Hummerlin.
Dallas Baptist.
Incorrect, Texas Tech.
Oh, he was a Red Raider.
Red
Leland
Raider.
Wilson.
Yes, sir. Looks a lot different than he does in his days now. It's another foul bunt there from Sebastian Tomerlin.
Coach Tim Tadlock over there at Texas Tech, perennial College World Series attendees, it feels like.
Definitely. They've struggled the past couple of years, I will say.
You would know, Mr. Oklahoma State.
I would. I tell you, though, as that pitch is fouled, they do have they did have one of the most known Jaces in college sports.
Bulford?
Jace Young. Brother, Josh Young, third baseman for the Rangers now. And right now, a potential Rookie of the Year candidate as a swing and a miss from Tomerlin. Ball dropped, throw to first, step on the bag in time. And for the second time this evening, Tomerlin is set down on strikes.
Leland Wilson, everybody.
Leland
stats at Oklahoma State.
No.
He had a 135.01 ERA.
Caleb.
Wilson 1 out.
Well.
5 earned runs, 3 hits, 2 walks, no strikeouts, a double, and a home run.
It's already better here. All right.
While pitching for North Dakota State. But since getting to Alaska,
first pitch from Hannah's line into center field for a base hit.
The guy's been unstoppable.
Until that. Emilio Barreras now steps up to the dish for his third AB this evening. Flew out the first, grounded out in the third. Actually grounded into a double play.
Shortstop Emilio Barreras.
Barreras. Maybe I should say it like that.
Yeah, a little
twang.
Enunciation.
He'll nub this one off the end of the bat towards the shortstop Hokuff. Grab with the glove. Thought about a crossbody throw, but cannot get it. He'll hold it. And that's going to be an infield single for Emilio Barreras.
Yeah, Hokuff was not able to get there fast enough, but it wasn't his fault. That dirt is so dense on the infield here at Matsu that
17.
I mean, that would have been impossible to get there in time to be able to make that throw for Hokuff.
Brings up Cooper Vest, the first baseman, who was thus far tonight the only run scored for the Miners as he singled in the fourth, came around to score on a wild pitch. So now after 2 up, 2 down for Mr. Wilson, he's got 2 runners on here with 2 outs. First pitch is a strike to Cooper Vest.
Vest out of BYU. He'll soon play his college baseball in the Big 12. Started in 45 games this spring, .359 average.
0-1 pitch from Leland. Bounce in the dirt, good block by Wilson. Keeps it in front of him, keeps the runners put.
Vest batting .222 up here in Alaska, but slash .359, .418, and .762 for the Cougars.
One ball, 1 strike. Wilson checking the runner at second. From the stretch, the pitch. Nub foul. I'll tell you, one of the interesting stats, Cooper Vest hit a walk-off grand slam as a freshman to win the state championship in Utah.
Wow.
Imagine going to school the next day. Crazy. He's got baseball in his blood, though. His father played baseball at Utah Valley in Southern Utah. His uncle played baseball at Utah Valley and BYU, where Vest is currently at. Baseball all around the family. 1-2 pitch here coming from Leland Wilson. Cut on, missed, caught at the plate by Wilson for the strikeout. Leland Wilson gets 2 out easily, gets 2 on, but works out of the jam. We'll go to the top of the 6th inning. Anchorage Bucs on top of the Mat-Su Miners, 3-1 on the Anchorage Bucs Baseball Network.
When I first moved to Alaska, my whole family was saying, oh boy, this is a strange phase in his life.
I saw pictures of the place, gorgeous scenery, and then I took a summer job here and fell totally in love with the mountains, the ocean, everything. But I think what kept me here was the people.
The idea of starting a brewery seemed to match and mesh what we enjoyed about our life up here. Each other, beer, working hard, and creating something.
When we started out really small, we only sold our beer in Alaska. Now that we sell our beer outside, when I travel and I see our beer, it's neat to think that it came all the way from Alaska and I had a hand in making it.
The nature of starting a business in Alaska really was just an extension of what Alaska is all about. There needs to be somewhat of a free spirit, a frontier.
We just wanted to make a living up here and brew beer and have fun. We're doing the best we can to put Alaska in a bottle.
Back here on the Anchorage Bucs Baseball Network, and it happens every now and then that a broadcaster says something inappropriate or untrue, and we have lied to our fan base. Jason, I want to give you time to apologize and correct yourself. You told us that we had 2 Gatorade Players of the Year on the Anchorage Bucs roster, and that was not the case. Can you please correct yourself?
I'm going to ask you to correct yourself, because the first 2 that I mentioned are not Gatorade Players of the Year.
Oh, no.
They were just the Alaskan Baseball Players of the Year.
So you're telling me they had nothing to do with Gatorade?
Nothing.
The Gatorade does not determine who gets Alaska? I think, are you sure?
That's what I saw. I think they are different.
Are they different things?
I'll check.
So if you get Alaskan Player of the Year, you're not necessarily guaranteed Gatorade Player of the Year.
From what my research has said.
All right. Then I'll redact my own statement. I'll make the exact same statement on the statement that I just made.
Oh, you know what? I'm going to redact my statement, because if you are the Baseball Player of the Year, you are automatically the Gatorade Baseball Player of the Year.
Good deal. Good deal.
There we go. We have 3, because Leland Wilson was the 2019 Gatorade Player of the Year. Dylan Maltby was the 2021 Player of the Year. And Curtis Hebert was the 2020 Player of the Year.
So if you've done it, if you won Alaska Gatorade Player of the Year, you play with the Bucs.
That is how it works. From our research. Got a new pitcher on the mound. It's Ryan Schlutzhaller. Say that 5 times fast.
What do you know about him?
Well, he's from Missouri City, Texas. Plays college ball at Incarnate Word, and he's 6'3", 190, and a junior. Got a weird wind-up as well, as flings that ball in there, and it's fouled away. Foul out of play.
Cole Howarth the dish, too.
He's 0 for 2 this evening. Ground that out, and then reached on a fielder's choice.
You see it.
I see it. I know what's happening. 1 ball, 1 strike. Lefty on righty here. Schlotzhauer flings the ball in there. It's fouled off again by Haworth.
Cole Haworth has a beautiful swing to the right side.
He does.
Just a confident swing.
It's 1 ball.
For the righty out of Cal Baptist.
2 strikes. How many statements have we redacted this broadcast?
Only a couple.
Only a couple. 1-2 is low. It's 2-2.
A record few for me.
That's fair. Haworth sitting at 288 in this ABL season. 3 runs, a couple of doubles, a couple of RBI as well. 2-2 taken for a strike, and Haworth is set down on strikes for the 7th time this season, just the first time tonight. Top of the 6th here, 1 gone for the Bucs as they're up 3-1. Jacob Rebrook, who had a homer in his first AB back in the top of the 2nd inning, steps up. Popped out in the top of the 3rd and has not been up since then.
Dylan Maltby has come into the game as a pinch hitter.
Oh, there you go.
From the right side here. Talked about
Hey, there's the Gatorade player of the game.
Yeah.
Player of the year. There you go.
Talked about in the pregame that they love to do it. Rebrook hit a home run, and he gets subbed out for Maltby, but that's it's no surprise. It's what this staff has done. They have put guys into the game in the middle of the game multiple times. I love it, frankly.
1 ball, no strikes. Pitch, high fastball, cut and a miss from Maltby.
Maltby, another one of those guys. It's trying to find his footing.
His freshman year, he played for the Heston Larks. At 358. 1-1 outside, 2-1.
Hitting. It's 2 for 13.
Quick maths. Can you do the average?
154. Maltby has 5 strikeouts. Has not walked yet or scored a run up here.
But he has been hit by a pitch. Takes that one. It's 3-1.
Could walk for the first time this year. He'll get a walk or somebody likes.
One of the couple hometown kids here.
Good handful.
Good handful. South Anchorage High School. 3-1. Taken for a strike. Full count now. I'll tell you, South Anchorage High School, I want to know how many Gatorade Baseball Player of the Years they have. Because they had Maltby. A-Bear, also a South Anchorage guy. Got to have a couple there.
Is Leland Wilson?
Was he from South Anchorage? I don't know. We'll have to look that up. 3-2, swung and missed from Dylan Maltby as he's set down, and back-to-back strikeouts to start the evening for Ryan Schlotzhauer. Bring up Nolan Wilson now.
Catcher number 19.
Wilson
Nolan
singled and scored
Wilson.
in his first time up. Grounded out to the shortstop Barreras, his 2nd time up. Now with 2 out and nobody on, faces Schlotzhauer, who has yet to give up a hit this inning. Outside with that pitch. 1 ball and no strikes.
Hutchinson Community College. The
Really?
Blue Dragons or
Well.
Schlotzhauer.
One of these is wrong. I don't know which one. I do know this. He has pitched 1 time in the ABL. As that's outside, it's 2-0.
So what do you have for University?
For University, I have Incarnate Word.
All right, well, that's where he's going to play next season.
There you go. All right. Okay, so this has the next season.
Right, because he has community
Correct.
college, and so I guess
Correct.
he's already committed.
Good for him. He pitched 2 innings on June 9th against the Oilers, where he gave up 1 run. It was earned on 1 hit. Pitch is fouled away by Wilson. First strike, it's 2-1.
Well, wouldn't you know? Apparently he was on roster, but no logged stats. He's been committed there since 2021.
Interesting.
I would love
Want to hear that
to have
story.
a sit-down conversation with this kid and find out the truth, because the internet doesn't have it.
It does not at all. 3-1 count here for Nolan Wilson. Looking to reach any way possible here with 2 outs. Schlotzhauer's pitch, foul tipped. Count runs full.
can tell you that Schlotzauer, when he did pitch for Hutchinson Community College in Hutchinson, Kansas, had a 5.17 ERA in 15 2/3 innings pitched.
He's got a 4.50 ERA here in the ABL.
27 innings pitched this spring for Incarnate Word. There you go.
Oh, found it after all. Fouled away.
Yep.
Count remains full.
After some intense digging, 7 ERA, 2-2 record in 27 innings pitched. Gave up 21 earned runs, 19 hits, 7 home runs. That's a lot in 27 innings. Did strike out 27 and walked 18.
So the walk has also been a little bit
What
prevalent.
is that whip?
3-2. Outside, talk about the walk. There's one for Nolan Wilson.
And his whip is 1.37. Good eye from Nolan Wilson there, too. Big power bat out of Nevada. The Wolf Pack.
Second time he reaches safely this evening.
Some patience to take the walk.
Logan Hocuff steps up. Singled his his second time. Struck out his first time. Runner at first, 2 gone in the inning. Watches the first pitch up high. That looked like a breaking ball that maybe slipped out of the hands of Schlotzauer.
Hocuff out of Allegheny College hit .242 this spring. 1 home run, 13 RBI. Came home to score 20 runs in 38 games.
Swung on a miss there. 1 ball, 1 strike. Two hits in the ABL this season for Hocuff. Also 2 walks. 1-1. Check swing. Pick back to first in time. No, not in time. Nolan Wilson is picked off by the catcher, Austin Machado. Well, Machado wins the inning a little early there as Nolan Wilson got too far off the bag at first. And we'll now have to head to the bottom of the 6th inning. Bucs still on top. 3-1 on the Anchorage Bucs Baseball Network.
Boar's Head has harnessed the power of fire to unlock an intense new flavor. An expertly charred, flame-grilled masterpiece to take your senses to new heights. Because when Boar's Head lights a fire, we ignite an experience worth savoring. New Boar's Head Firesmith Flame-Grilled Chicken Breast. Flavor forged in flame. Available only at the deli and only from Boar's Head. Compromise elsewhere.
If there's one thing I've learned at Speedy Glass, it's that every chip becomes a crack. Today, I'm gonna show you why. When we look at a chip up close, we see tons of tiny cracks that are just waiting to spread. Don't wait for your chip to crack. Repair it at Speedy Glass before having to replace the entire windshield. You'll save time. You'll be back on the road within an hour. Book an appointment at speedyglass.ca.
Speedy Glass Repair. Speedy Glass Replace.
Anchorage Bucs Baseball Network. Jay Sanders, Drake Toll. Guess who's on the mound? Leland Wilson. He is the 2019 Gatorade Baseball Player of the Year in Alaska. One of 3 on this team. And he's got a 3-1 lead here coming into the bottom of the 6th inning.
Arguably the greatest high school baseball player in Alaskan history.
Possibly. Who's to say?
You can argue it.
You could.
You can argue it.
3-4-5 up for the Miners in this 6th inning. Caden Carpenter, Austin Machado, and Maddox Haley. Combined, well, they are 1 for 4, along with a sac bunt and a walk. Haley the only one to not reach base safely.
Carpenter, 6'4", 230-pound lefty from American Fork, Utah.
Inside pitch for ball 1. I tell you, he is all of 6'4", 230. Big guy up there on the left side of the plate.
He's got some Aaron Judge in that stance.
Speaking of Aaron Judge, where'd he play?
Fresno State.
Where'd he play in the summers?
The Anchorage Glacier Pilots.
Good job. 2-0. Want to know?
Wanted to shout out the rival team there?
I'm not trying to shout out. I mean, we all know who won the MVP last year in the NL. It was Paul Goldschmidt. It's our guy.
Yes.
3-0. I will say one interesting fact about Aaron Judge is that he is the only person to win a home run derby in college and in the pros. That is pretty impressive. Showing bunt, pulling back as Carpenter. That was interesting. 3-0. I think he may have been trying to get into the head of Leland Wilson.
Yeah.
But it's a strike. It's 3-1. Lefty on lefty here. Third baseman in. Inside hits the batter. And Carpenter takes it like a champ as he heads down to first. Not the way you want to start the inning for Leland Wilson.
Oh, you want Wilson to settle in here.
Now batting your catcher, number 25, Austin
Get a hard
Machado.
ground ball in the infield. Get you a double play. Try to get Machado out. He's 1 for 1 today.
Machado out of St. John's.
There's a 4.44 average in Alaska.
Takes a strike on the outside part of the plate. He started off his college career at Questo Community College, where he did not see any action. But he had 4 homers this past college season with 8 doubles, scoring 35 times. 0-1. Wilson checks the runner at first, and he'll check him again with the pickoff.
Hometown of Cardiff by the Sea, California.
Wilson, again lefty on lefty, popped in the air, foul territory, out of play.
Said Cuesta Community College.
Yes.
Isn't that interesting?
And yet he did not see any action.
Right.
Which is funny because, I mean, that's a good jump from there to St.
Right.
John's. So
After not playing, must have been 2020.
correct. It must have been. It must have been. 0-2 on Machado. Pick over to first. The former Questo Community College baseball attendee.
Right. Had the uniform. Has some of the merch.
0-2. Hit him. Inside off the elbow. He'll get first. 0-2 pitch is not the one you want to hit the batter on, and I think the lefty maybe kind of coming into play here with Wilson is he's trying to get that inside part and is going way inside. Luckily now he'll get a righty with Maddox Haley.
Now batting for your Miners left fielder, number 23, Maddox Haley.
Haley a 133 average this year, 0 for 2 today.
Well, he's the go-ahead run.
Yep.
Tying run at first base. Corner infielders in once again. Double play depth for the middle infield.
Haley looking for his first RBI of the season.
Bodeker and Howarth shading towards the right field side, and that's popped high in the air. Foul territory. Wilson calls off the first baseman, but then Thomas calls off Wilson, who makes the catch. And that right there is good communication.
I want to give a really big hand to Logan Hocup from shortstop. He ran over to cover third base, and that helped save what could have advanced.
Designated hitter number 37,
Carpenter.
Landon Rogers.
Landon Rogers, 0 for 2. Ground out to first, ground out to short. Either of those could be a double play potential here.
111 average this year for Rogers.
Wilson, pitch inside. 1-0.
That looked good.
It did. It did. Again, zone tonight. Been some fun times.
Landon Rogers standing at 5'10" out of UT Southern, the Firehawks.
Firehawks. That's good. Bounced away from Wilson. Both runners will advance. And rounding third, taking a look at home was Carpenter, but he'll stay put at third. But now you have the tying run in scoring position with just one on. Rogers, the designated hitter tonight. So far in the season, he's 1 for 9.
Yep, no
111.
RBI.
111 average. Struck out 4 times in the season. And this is his 4th game of action. So getting really settled in now. 2-0. Bounced in there as well. Wilson with a good block at the plate.
First base is open for him. And following Rogers is Thurston, who's batting 100 and has a strikeout today. And then Tomerlin, who's batting .091 with 2 strikeouts.
We'll say, first time I realized, we got a battery of Wilsons.
Yep.
Leland Wilson, Nolan Wilson. 3-0. First base is open, but not what you want to do in this situation. Put the go-ahead run on. 3-0, fastball, down the heart of the plate for a strike. Watching all the way was Rogers. Machado at second. Carpenter at third. Leland Wilson on the mound with a 3-1 count to the batter, Landon Rogers. Foul tipped back in the mitt. Count will run full. This would be a nice way to work from behind here, as he's gotten it to a full count after starting out 3-0, but just as if you don't come back from a 3-0 deficit, no one remember, if you don't come back from a 3-0, no one will care.
Goes without saying, but I'll say it anyway. Biggest pitch of the outing so far for the Bucs, period, especially for Leland Wilson.
There it is, 3-2. Outside, ball 4, bases are loaded. There is a pitcher warming in the bullpen, a right-hander for the Bucs. And it'll bring up Alex Thurston, the second baseman. He's struck out,
6,
and he's grounded out.
Alex Thurston.
Ken Ocuff calls time. He'll come out to talk to Leland Wilson. No motion of the bullpen.
Could be wasting time trying to give all the warm-up time to whoever that is out there in left field.
Ocuff, he doesn't ask for the baseball from Wilson,
not.
but he gets brim to brim with the hats. And that's how Ocuff has talked to the pitchers this year. I like that delivery. And you can see Ken hasn't talked to the fielders, the infielders who he's brought in either.
No.
It's just a conversation between him and Leland Wilson.
Infielders are all kind of hands and arms crossed.
And I'm not
There
sure
it is.
what.
There's the call.
No.
They're calling it.
Okay.
Yeah.
There you go.
He was waiting. He was wasting time to try and get that
3 or
extra
4
time.
different guys that called up over there.
There you go.
Yeah, you're exactly right. It'll be a new pitcher.
All right, well, we'll take a break. We'll come back with all the info on whoever this new pitcher is. You're listening and watching Anchorage Bucs on the Anchorage Bucs Baseball Network.
It was time to update the bathroom.
But we didn't want to break the bank.
Rebath made it effortless. A Rebath design consultant came to our home and presented us ideas and products in a way that made our decisions simple.
They took away the old, installed the new, and gave us the bathroom
we've always wanted.
Style affordably. Call 1-844-9REBATH for your free in-home design consultation today.
Of all the reasons we love Alaska, easy isn't one of them. We like a good challenge, but we also love innovative technology that simplifies our busy lives. Whether you want to make a deposit or pay a bill, check in or check out, or quickly send and receive money, one bank has the online and mobile tools to help you through whatever comes your way. Simple, secure, reliable. Bank on the go. First National Bank, Alaska.
Arby's new Steakhouse Garlic Ribeye Sandwich. Who knew the best thing to come from a steakhouse wouldn't even come from a steakhouse? Arby's did, that's who. Arby's, we have the meat.
Welcome back. New pitcher, Cade Weigert on the mound. DBU. Got a couple of those guys here. He's been pretty good up here in the ABL. His one outing came on June 8th against the Peninsula Oilers. 3 1/3, 1 run. It was earned on a 1 hit, 2 walks. 6 strikeouts, though. Pretty good numbers for the DBU guy.
Yeah, Weigert, you mentioned out of Dallas Baptist University, one of the better teams in college baseball this year. 6'5" freshman, 215 pounds. And he comes into a tough spot. You got 3 guys on the mine, in the cart, whatever you will.
The mining cart is full. Now it's time to get him out. It's Alex Thurston. It'll be the first guy you face, and this is where you go with the matchup. You had the lefty who was struggling in Leland Wilson, and now you get a righty on righty with Alex Thurston, who has struggled tonight, struck out and grounded out, and then behind him is Sebastian Tomerlin, who has 2 strikeouts on the night. First pitch fouled off by Thurston.
Weigert getting in the zone early. That's a fastball down the heart of the plate. That's what you like to see.
Weigert's father played baseball at Concordia College. There's a lot of Concordia colleges, though, so I don't know which one he played at.
Weigert.
My bet, probably one in Minnesota.
Inning and 2/3 this spring. 21.60 ERA.
Corner infielders in 0-1. Big hack and a miss. As Thurston just went right through that pitch.
Fastball again from Cade Weigert.
0-2. Good count to be in for the pitcher. See what he goes with here. Thinking breaking pitch. No balls. 2 strikes. Weigert. From the stretch, the pitch. Inside there.
Fastball again. It gets it up to 93. Buzzing it by your eye on the 0-2.
Could be a setup pitch. Go inside. Maybe go a little breaking something on the outside part.
Now Weigert throws a fastball and a slider. Slider sits around 80.
1-2. Bases juiced. Just low from the right-hander.
Fastball again. Told you Weigert standing at 6'5", coming way down the hill.
I'll tell you, he's got to be setting up this slider here. 2 balls, 2 strikes. Technically a pitch away from ending this inning if he can get a ground ball. Shakes off the first sign.
Infield corners are in at least.
2-2. Just high. Right at the Oilers logo on the chest. And we got a full count with the bases loaded, 1 out. 3-1 your score. Bucks on top, trying to hold this lead.
Nowhere to put Thurston.
Weigert looks in. Came into a tough situation, 1 out, bases loaded. Worked a full count here to Thurston. Here's the pitch. Flying into right field. Center fielder's going to make the catch in right center field. Bodeker, he's throwing to third, and it's going to be not in time as it was offline. Run comes across to score in the form of Caden Carpenter, and it's a 1-run game, but 2 outs now in the the bottom of the 6th.
Better a sac fly than a walk.
Better, way better.
Would much rather have that than ball 4.
Center fielder, number 14, Sebastian Tomerlin.
Now you got Sebastian Tomerlin. 2 strikeouts on the evening. 1 hit on the season. That hit did tie a game, though. A hit here would possibly do the same. Actually, it would do the same no matter what. First pitch from Weigert way up high. He kind of looks back at the mound. Maybe that push-off spot was a little rusty as he went right through it.
Can mention as well that run that scores will go on Leland Wilson.
And the book not shut on him yet, as technically he owns both of these runners at the corners right now. 1-0. Fastball up high. It's 2-0. Want to get a strike here. Tomerlin 0 for 2, a guy that I mentioned, 1 hit in the entire season. Behind him, it's Caleb Hannes, who has singled twice this evening.
Need to get back in the zone here.
2 balls, no strikes. Weigert, no check on the runner at first. The pitch. Popped foul. Looking over his Maltby. He will slide, but it'll go out of play. I'll tell you, it was a nice effort there from Maltby, though.
Yep. Yeah, Maltby did everything he could. Got all the way to the fence.
Does get a strike on the board, 2-1. As the cloud has covered up the mountains. Weigert takes the first sign. Takes a deep breath.
2-1, goes fastball again, you think?
Think so here. 2-1, you got to just make sure it's in the zone. There it is, cut and a miss. Strike from Weigert. And now 1 pitch away from keeping this lead intact. 2 balls, 2 strikes, 2 outs, 2 runners on. Weigert trying to shut down the Miners in the bottom of the 6th. See what he goes with here. The 2-2 pitch coming. Runner takes off. Throw down. No one there. It's off the foot of the second baseman. Hebert running. Comes across to score. Game is tied. And now there's a Miner at third base who's the go-ahead run with a full count coming to Sebastian Tomerlin. And I got to be honest, I love the catchers, but I somewhat question the decision to throw that down.
Yeah, there's time to get him, but nobody's covering the bag. You're basically just giving that base up. Wilson still throws it down, a miscommunication somewhere. Rogers would have been out at second, had either Hocuff or Abear covered, but I get why they didn't. They didn't expect the throw down.
No. Now you got a full count pitch, and we're tied up, 3-3. The pitch from Weigert. Inside, ball 4. Tomerlin reaches first, and Weigert will stare out to the home plate umpire looking for that call, and Hocuff kind of asking a little bit where exactly that pitch was, now giving some information to his middle infielders, and it brings up Caleb Hannes.
More action in the bullpen, too, for the Bucs.
7th batter to the plate here for the Mat-Su Miners. He has a chance to possibly push the Miners ahead here for the first time. He fouls it off himself for strike 1.
Yeah, this is 2 for 2 today.
Batting out of the 9 hole.
The Bucs took a 2-0 lead in the top of the second, a 1-run top of the third made it 3-0. Now the Miners have climbed back.
1 run for them back in the bottom of the 4th, and now 2 here in the bottom of the 6th. Weigert trying to make sure it stays at just 2. 0-1 pitch, runners on the corners. Popped in the air to go foul, 0-2.
Hanna's now batting .300. Came into the game 1 for 8, now 3 for 10.
That's what back-to-back singles will do. The pitch from Weigert, 0-2. Just outside, it'll go to 1-2. 6'5", 215 freshman from Dallas Baptist University, trying to escape this jam with the tie at least still intact. 1-2. Runner takes off. That's hit high in the air, left field. Going back is Har, moving to his left. It is going to be foul as Har was unable to get to it, but luckily it lands in foul territory of that, as that would have not only broken the game open, but also scored 2 of the Miners' runs.
Yeah. Would have been extra bases. Har had to cover a lot of ground, and he was shading towards center field, and that ball luckily lands 3 feet foul.
It's the second time we've had that where he's been shading more towards left center, and a ball's been hit down the line.
Yeah.
Luckily, both of them foul. So now Weigert, second chance here. 1-2, runners on the corners. We're tied up at 3 in the bottom of the 6th. Looks to get his side from the catcher, Nolan Wilson. He does. See if the runner takes off again at first. He does not. 1-2 high and inside. Count evens up at 2-2.
Almost hit him. Hands is able to reach. Flip back to the top of the lineup.
Barreras, who's coming off a single on the 5th. 2 balls, 2 strikes, 2 outs, 2 runners on. Weigert, the 2-2. Just up high, we'll count a run full. Like I said, a walk does not necessarily kill you, but getting to the reset of the top of the order is not what you want.
And no more action in the bullpen.
It's Weigert's inning. Takes the first sign from Wilson. High leverage pitches all around this inning. 3-2 here from Weigert. Up high, ball 4. Bases are backloaded for the Miners, and it'll go back to the top of the order with Emilio Barreras stepping to the plate. Back-to-back walks for Cade Weigert.
For your Miners, number 1, your shortstop, Emilio
struggling with control here.
Barreras, 1 for 3, grounded into a double play, flew out, and had a single in his last plate appearance.
Weigert came in to this inning, and like you mentioned, a high-pressure situation, and he has walked 3.
It's not what you want to do. First pitch is hit in the air. Center fielder Bodeker coming on. It's in left center field, and he'll make the grab there to keep the game tied. 2 runs do come across to score as the Miners tied up this game at 3 heading into the 7th. It's a 3-inning game from here on the Anchorage Bucs Baseball Network.
Hey folks, once again we want to welcome you to Ptarmigan Pediatrics.
If there's one thing I've learned at Speedy Glass, it's that every chip becomes a crack. Today, I'm going to show you why. When we look at a chip up close, we see tons of tiny cracks that are just waiting to spread. Don't wait for your chip to crack. Repair it at Speedy Glass before having to replace the entire windshield. You'll save time. You'll be back on the road within an hour. Book an appointment at speedyglass.ca.
Speedy Glass Repair. Speedy Glass Replace.
An alert from Wells Fargo, $107 at Doggy Lover's warehouse. No, I would never. Doggy Lovers, please. You know me. I don't even know where that is. Look, I'm replying deny. See? Oh, come on. Hello?
Wells Fargo, I did not make that purchase.
I didn't do it!
I'm so glad you caught that.
Goodness. Welcome back here, Anchorage Bucs Baseball Network. 3-3 our score as Matt Sue has tied this game up after 2 runs come across the score in the bottom of the 6th inning. Jace Andrews, Drake Toll here with you. And get a little bit of baseball news in the college world. Stanford heading to Omaha on what some would say a technicality in ways, as Texas had 2 outs in the bottom of the 9th. They was going to go to extra innings, fly ball into right center field. Right fielder, left fielder converge, look at each other, ball drops, game over.
Yeah.
Stanford, what are they, the 5th team to Omaha, I think?
Horns down.
5th or 6th? Horns down.
See Hokoff coming to the plate here. Got a 100 batting average. Bring that up after a single earlier. Does have 10 strikeouts this season through 20 at-bats.
Takes a hack at that one. Cuts right through it. And if you can remember, it's been a little bit since then, but he was actually up in the bottom, or rather top of the 6th.
Yeah.
When Nolan Wilson got picked off by the catcher.
3rd time that somebody's been thrown out on the base paths.
Hokoff watches that one. It's for a ball. Nice little frame job there from the catcher Machado, though. One ball, one strike. Ryan Slottower still out there as he throws that one outside for a ball. 2-1. This inning it'll be 8-9-1. Logan Hokoff, Curtis Hebert, and Ben Haar. The 2-1 is popped foul by Hokoff out of play.
Hebert is 1 for 2 today with an RBI. Hokoff also 1 for 2, as we mentioned.
Two balls and 2 strikes. Lefty on righty. The pitch outside. It'll go full 3-2. We've seen a lot of full counts this game.
Yeah,
seen a lot.
Would be good after giving up those 2 runs at the bottom of the 6th to go ahead and take the lead right back. Starts with a base runner.
3-2 the pitch. Fouled off by Hokoff, stays alive.
Good by Hokoff to fight it off. Didn't love the fastball coming in at the knees down the heart of the plate.
Walked twice yesterday. Has a hit today. Trying to break open in this ABL. Full count pitch once again. Outside,
Yep.
ball 4.
Good
Hokoff
eye.
reaches first and a leadoff walk.
Seen Hokoff do that at a much higher clip last couple of days. That's what he says. He echoes back to the next 2 guys due up. It won't be Hebert as a pinch hitter has come in.
New guy.
Alex Pendergrass.
First AB of this
Yep.
season. As he showed up literally last night, like 10 o'clock.
Yep. Not a lot of sleep for you, Alex. 15-hour travel day yesterday, and now the DBU products at the plate.
He watches a strike for the first pitch he's seen.
I'm sure his vision's a little slow.
I would bet.
Oh, I'm going to give Alex Pendergrass a bit of a break here.
Bunkhouse guy, though.
Yep.
Bunkhouse guy. 0-1. Also a CPL guy. He played for the Ashboro Zookeepers last year.
All right.
Cuts through that pitch.
Did you guys talk about that today at the bunkhouse?
I have actually not seen him yet.
Okay.
I heard him last night.
The
and then he was gone.
reclusive Alex Pendergrass.
He was. I went out a couple times, never saw him.
Pendergrass from Kirkwood Community College to DBU. Des Moines, Iowa.
Funny enough, there's a couple of Kirkwood guys that I've seen on the Bucs team.
All right.
Or at least scheduled to be on the Bucs team. 1 ball, 2 strikes.
Pendergast this spring, 297 average. 2 home runs, 12 RBI, and 37 at-bats for DBU.
2 homers. He's got a 1 ball, 2 strike count with a runner at first. Check on that runner, Hocuff. The pitch down low. It's 2-2.
Pendergast slash 297, 350, and 486 for the Huskies.
At Kirkwood Community College, he was 2nd team All-Region, and he hit .323 with 9 homers and 45 RBI. Fouls that one to stay alive. He led the team in doubles as well. That's why you go from Kirkwood to Dallas Baptist right there.
Yeah. Homered in back-to-back games for DBU this spring. Stands at 5'9", 190.
Wonder how big of a difference it is from Des Moines, Iowa to Anchorage, Alaska. 2-2, runner goes. Picked down, the ball beats him. Hocuff is out. Hocuff tries to swipe second. Does not get there as the ball beat him. Tried to get the slide in there, but does not. And now there's 1 gone here as Hocuff is cut down on the base paths for the 2nd time this evening.
Yeah, not really a close call at second. Really good arm from Machado, and then they cut him down easily there. Off a 1 hop.
Full
Gets
count
down.
at the plate for Pendergast. He cuts and misses. And that's a quick way to shut down an inning. Get a walk to start it off. Caught stealing the strikeout. And now you got Ben Haar stepping up, trying to avoid the dreaded golden sombrero.
Yeah.
Number 3, left fielder.
Seemed like a really good spot to be in. You got your 8-hole Hocuff reaching via the walk. Pendergast comes in, works the count to 2-2, and then boom. You get to 3-2, a runner's thrown out, and then a strikeout.
2 outs down in the inning. Nobody on. Haar trying to start our 2-out rally. Lefty on left. It's a strike for the first pitch from Schlotzhauer. Schlotzhauer. Got to be German, right?
Maybe. Schlotzhauer now thrown 36 pitches, 18 strikes, 18 balls through an inning and 2/3.
The 6'3 lefty, the 0-1 pitch to the plate. Check swing holds up. They are going to appeal, but the third base umpire shares my sentiment as he did not go, and it's 1-1. One, just outside, and it's 2-1.
Haar now 4 for 18 this year, 222 average. His 3 strikeouts today bring him up to 10 for the year.
2 balls, 1 strike. Gonna be down low. It's 3-1.
Oh, and it hurts, man. Baseball is a silly sport, but it hurts to think about what you could have had.
It does, especially right now. I mean,
even if you had still Hocuff at
1
first
out,
base,
yeah.
right, with 1 down and a 3-1 count.
Haar yet to walk this season. 3-1 pitch. He'll fly that one deep into right field. You can kiss that baby goodbye. That's the 2nd Buck bomb of the game as Ben Haar has untied it. It's 4-3 Bucs in the top of the 7th.
All is forgiven. Ben Haar.
What a way.
340 to right. It was so deep.
You knew it.
Carpenter turned around, dejected, and then thought, well, at least I'll jog the wall. That was a moonshot.
Left on left.
From Ben Haar.
Absolute missile.
I mean, cranked it. Benjamin Haar. Yes.
Not a way to pick up your teammates. Not a way. First pitch to Lex Bodeker is cut on and missed. It's 0-1, but man, the energy has gone right back to the Bucs dugout.
2 home runs today.
We had 1 on the season. Inside, that's 1-1, and now the Bucs are the leader in home runs in the ABL.
Yes.
With 3.
And Lex Bodeker at the plate.
1 ball, 1 strike, lefty on lefty again. That'll be inside. It's 2-1.
The Bucs retook the lead pretty quick, huh?
They did.
I like baseball. I'm sad. I'm sorry I called it a silly sport earlier.
What a flip. 2-1, cut and a miss. I'd say it's the easiest sport besides golf maybe to flip on. You have one bad thing happen, you're thinking, oh, this is bad. You can easily untie the game with a home run.
Right, yeah.
One quick hit.
You know what? It's just, there's not a clock. There's no clock.
2-2. Bodeker swings and misses. He strikes out, but we do have a homer from Ben Haar. He sends it over the right field wall as the Bucs regain the lead, and we head to the bottom of the 7th as it's stretch time here in Alaska on the Anchorage Baseball Network.
Of all the reasons we love Alaska, easy isn't one of them. We like a good challenge, but we also love innovative technology that simplifies our busy lives. Whether you want to make a deposit or pay a bill, check in or check out, or quickly send and receive money, one bank has the online and mobile tools to help you through whatever comes your way. Simple, secure, reliable. Bank on the go. First National Bank, Alaska.
Boar's Head has harnessed the power of fire to unlock an intense new flavor. An expertly charred, flame-grilled masterpiece to take your senses to new heights. Because when Boar's Head lights a fire, we ignite an experience worth savoring. New Boar's Head Firesmith Flame-Grilled Chicken Breast. Flavor forged in flame. Available only at the deli and only from Boar's Head. Compromise elsewhere.
It's the old 7th inning stretch tradition. The old ball game. Tell you, that's pretty good from the PA announcer.
Yeah,
that's
the
pretty
audio
good.
issues led to a very interesting take me out of the ball game.
It did. But hey, it happened.
Now Cade Weigert back out to the mound.
Looking to hopefully start off with a clean sheet this time in the bottom of the 7th and a lead. He started with the lead last time, gets it back.
Yeah, but he came out with the bases juice.
Correct. Now he gets a clean sheet.
Number 17.
Bucs have struck out 4 today, have walked 4 as well, giving up 3 runs, 2 of them earned.
Weigert facing the first batter of the bottom of the 7th, Cooper Vest, who lines it into right field, down the right field line. It's going to be fair. Grabbed by the right fielder, Howarth, and he'll fire it in there to make sure it's just a single for Cooper Vest.
Alex Pendergast has come into the game at second base, caught the rally in from Howarth. Really good throw to keep Vest at first.
Right fielder, number 38.
Caden Carpenter steps up. He actually started that bottom of the 6th inning as he got hit by a pitch and came around to score as one of the 2 runs.
Carpenter, 1 for 1, has a hit, a walk, and a hit by pitch. Has yet to be set down today. 6'4", 235 out of American Fork High School.
Ball gets away from Wilson, taking off for second, and easily there is Cooper Vest. And now, quickly, the tying run is already in scoring position with nobody gone.
No action in the Bucs bullpen either. 1-0 count. And Weigert has walked 3.
Now we got someone running out there.
Yep.
Can't tell who it is.
Walked 3 through 1 complete inning. Some days you just don't have it, and Weigert hasn't looked confident yet.
1 ball, no strikes, the pitch. Foul tipped back. 1-1.
You get a strikeout or even an out here, and that would do you good if you're Weigert.
This inning, it was 2-3-4 with the hit. It could be 2-3-4-5. Vest, Carpenter now, and Machado on deck. Machado technically the only guaranteed guy up next, as still a possibility for an unconventional double play. 1 ball, 1 strike. Weigert with the runner at second. Foul tipped again back. It's 1-2. See if I can find this, but I feel like there has been a lot of pitches in this game due to large counts.
Weigert's thrown 38 of them.
He's done 38, and he's pitched
1 complete inning.
2/3 of an inning?
1 complete inning.
1 complete?
Yep.
1-2. Inside.
Now 18 strikes and 21 balls.
2 balls, 2 strikes. Runner at second base. That's the tying run. Trying to keep the lead after the Ben Haar home run in the top of the 7th. Two inside. Count will run full now on what seems to be the 14th full count we've had almost.
Another righty up and throwing.
Can't tell who it is, but seems to be working up pretty fast.
Yep.
On deck is Machado. But right now it's Caden Carpenter at the plate with a full count and a runner at second. Weigert checking that runner, the pitch. Outside, ball 4. Another walk. And another minor runner on the base paths.
Told you that the Bucs had walked 4 in total coming into the inning. They've now walked 5. Weigert has walked 4 of the 5.
Your catcher number 25.
It's not what you want. Not what you want.
Nope.
That's the 3rd time that Carpenter has reached on a free pass / hit by pitch.
Yeah.
Austin Machado now up. He's reached twice, and he's technically 1 for 1. Had a double in the 2nd, a sac bunt in the 4th, and a hit by pitch where she came around to score in the 6th, as he was the 2nd of the 2 runs in the bottom of the 6th. First pitch is outside from Weigert.
You ever seen a triple play in the ABL?
I've not.
I haven't either.
I want to see it, though. I really do.
Weigert now 25 balls, 18 strikes.
Runners at first and second, both being held on. And Maltby at third, Thomas at first, both on the infield grass. 1-0's up high, it's 2-0. And now we got the Bucs quickly warming up over there, and the bullpen is very much working with haste. 2-0. Runners at first and second. Weigert gets the sign. No check on the runner, the pitch. Popped in the air, foul territory, it'll go out of play.
Weigert back in the zone, that's good. And time called by the first baseman, Zach Thomas.
They'll be seeing something from the batter, or told him a shoe was untied, maybe?
Thomas says, tie your shoe.
Can't have you slipping out here.
Thomas is barking something out at the 2 guys.
He must have seen something. I don't know what. There is something that he saw that wanted to relay.
Umpire didn't give him very much time. Says, let's play ball, boys.
I'll tell you what it did do.
Yep.
Gave the bullpen a little time. If that was the plan or not, I doubt it. But because he came out there with authority. He had something to say. Got a 2-ball, 1-strike count with runners at first and second. And the Bucs with a 4-3 lead, trying to retain that lead. 2-1. Up high and outside, it's 3-1.
Weigert in danger of throwing walk number 5 through 1 complete inning.
Well, what? This is his 8th batter face, 7th batter faced area? 3-1. Inside and actually hit him. So hit by pitch, ball 4 either way, he gets first. Now the bases are back loaded. And, well, I said he came in here with a clean sheet, but he has worked to a full sheet, and now we'll have to give it over,
number 23.
I would think, to a reliever.
Hallie.
Looks like they're going to bring in somebody from the Bucs bullpen here. It's from the human eye. I believe it's Isaac Johnson. It's at least the number I have on the roster. Number 11 coming in. That's what's happening. It's a pitching change. We'll take a break here on the Anchorage Bucs Baseball Network.
Arby's new Steakhouse Garlic Ribeye Sandwich. Who knew the best thing to come from a steakhouse wouldn't even come from a steakhouse? Arby's did. That's who. Arby's, we have the meat.
Subway has so much new, I couldn't fit it all in the last ad.
Yep, so let me finish this. There's new hickory smoked bacon, fresh mozzarella, smashed avocado. You know what? There's a lot, but it all makes a better footlong.
Can I get a word in?
Sure, take the tagline.
Because
you got a refresh?
to be fresh.
It's the Eat Fresh Refresh at Subway, and they're refreshing everything from how they make it to how they bake it to how they bring it to you.
This new Turkey Cali Fresh is incredible.
Do you even eat bread?
Steph, it's a commercial.
Hey, Jake from State Farm. I want that personal price plan. So how's this for personal? I draw mustaches on players' faces when they're asleep.
Coach Reed, you don't need to get that personal to get the State Farm personal price plan. It helps you create an affordable price just for you.
Oh, Coach, it happened again. I'm gonna get to the bottom of this.
Call or click to get a quote today. Like a good neighbor, State Farm is there.
Welcome back here to the Anchorage Bucs Baseball Network. Jason Andrews, Drake Toll. 4-3 the score, but the bases are loaded with nobody out for the Miners here.
Yeah, Isaac Johnson is coming into the game for the Bucs. Johnson, 6'4", 185, a freshman from Anchorage, Alaska, who plays at Concordia St. Paul from South Anchorage High School. Led her twice in baseball for the Wolverines up here. Helped the team to a 17-0 record and a Division I state championship.
And it's his first appearance here in the ABL. Welcome in. Or excuse me, no.
Second.
He has pitched for second.
Yep.
Actually, according to Stackings,
Third. All right,
Third.
Isaac Johnson.
There you go.
Welcome back, my friend. Good to have you.
3 earned run average, 1-0 record in 2 games. 3 innings pitched. 2 Ks, 3 walks, 4 hits. 3 runs, only 1 of them earned. Bases loaded here. Maddox Halley at the plate. He's 0 for 3. He's the left fielder. And he watches the first pitch up high for ball 1. Interesting stretch motion here from Johnson.
Going to need strikes.
That is what you need at this point, because we've not seen a lot of that recently, unfortunately. 1-0. Inside, 2-0.
That looked good.
It did. I thought it could have been called.
Yeah, home plate blue doing Johnson no favors.
Not at all. 7 hits for the Bucs, 5 hits for the Miners, but walks, on the other hand, a completely different story, as the Miners have more walks than hits. Inside again, it's 3-0 with the bases loaded.
All right here, Isaac. Gonna need a strike.
Halley flew out, ground out, pop out, 3-0 pitch to him. Ball 4. Could not find the strike zone, walks in the tying run. It's 4-4, nobody out, bases still loaded, infield still in.
Designated hitter,
oh,
number 37, London Rogers.
Well, now you're going to need some serious work to keep this game tied. 4-4, bases still juiced. Got Landon Rogers at the plate, who walked last time up. Check swing did not go across. It's ball. And 5 balls to start this evening for Isaac Johnson.
Yeah. 7 walks. 7 walks for the Bucs.
Infield in. Ball would go home if it was hit hard somewhere.
Yeah.
Johnson the 1-0. Hit high in the air, left center field. Har. He's going to come in on it. Makes the grab. Firing. It's going to be cut off. And the run will come across as the Miners take their first lead of the game, as it's 5-4 in the bottom of the 7th after they've scored 2 runs in the bottom of the 6th and now the bottom of the 7th. 1 takeaway, you get an out on that one.
Now batting for your Miners.
Yeah, you do. The out is good.
Second baseman, number 6.
Har had a really good play on it and left.
Came in,
thought he
it was
could make
perfect.
the throw, too, yeah.
It was a good play, just not strong enough arm, unfortunately.
Yeah.
I don't even know if a perfect throw would have made it, though, to be fair to Har. Johnson now down by 1, trying to keep it at this 1-run deficit. Pitch inside, it's 1 ball, no strikes. Runners at first and second. Those runners are Austin Machado and Maddox Halley.
Haley's got some decent speed over at first, too. Haley had 5 stolen bases.
Foul tipped and off the face mask of Nolan Wilson.
Maddox Haley out of San Diego State.
Rogers, that was his first RBI of the Alaska Baseball League season of 2023. One's on the board, 1 ball, 1 strike, 1 out. 1-run lead for the Mat-Su Miners. Isaac Johnson came in here with the bases loaded, nobody out, tied at 4, walked in, had a sac fly as it was tied up. Now the 1-1 is taken just outside. Thought it could have gotten the zone.
Yeah, really good pitch from Johnson. Just didn't get the call there.
It's 2-1. It was Cade Weigert who walked in the tying run. And coming in was Isaac, who had the sac fly. 2 balls, 1 strike. The pitch outside. That'll get away from the catcher Wilson. Runners will move up 90 feet. Three balls, 1 strike. And now some insurance runs for the Miners, standing at second and third as the Bucs infield has to come back in. Alex Thurston at the plate has a sac fly to his name already this evening. Besides that, he's 0 for 2 with a strikeout and a ground out. Johnson's 3-1. Low, ball 4. 8th walk of the evening for the Bucs. Loads the bases back up and brings up Sebastian Tomerlin, who had 2 strikeouts before walking last inning.
6 of the 9 Miners have walked tonight.
Not a good stat, Juan. Not a good.
Wow. The Bucs have 0 errors. That's not on the fielders. They have not contributed to this.
Johnson outside, still struggling to find that strike zone. We got some action in the Bucs bullpen once again.
Yeah, the Bucs still want to win this game. I mean, they're going to compete to win this game.
Tomerlin at the plate. Still only 1 hit on the year. 1-0. Hits him. He'll take first. And that'll bring home another run to make it 6-4 Miners.
Yeah, between hit by pitches, where there have been 3 tonight, and the 8 walks, that's 11 free passes given up by the Bucs.
Not at all what you want.
First baseman Zach Thomas calls time. And saw Ken Hocuff, head coach Ken Hocuff, coming out of the dugout. And yeah, they're ramping up movement again, and they're calling to the bullpen.
So that'll be the end of the evening for Isaac Johnson. He gets 1 out. And if I'm right, I believe all the runs he technically gave up were all for Weigert's line, but now everybody on base will be Johnson's.
Yep.
We'll take a break. When we come back, Bucs baseball here on the Anchorage Bucs Baseball Network.
Keep on the sunny side, always on the sunny side.
Come into Village Inn and see why the sun rises and sets with breakfast.
It will help us every day, it will brighten all the way, if we keep on the sunny side of life.
Because a good meal is about more than just how it tastes. It's about how it makes you feel.
Keep on the sunny side, always on the sunny side. Keep on the sunny side of life.
Village Inn.
Qdoba's new Chicken Diablo nachos are made with hand-diced pico de gallo, which means they're as fresh as... They're also loaded with juicy adobo chicken, flame-grilled in-house, so they're as flavorful as... And they're topped off with fiery queso Diablo, so they're as spicy as... New Chicken Diablo nachos. Try them today, only at Qdoba. United by flavor.
Welcome back. You're in Alaska, or we're in Alaska. Jay Sanders, Drake Toll. And it's 6-4 now as the Miners are on top. And Blake, Lobel will have the task of trying to break this walk and hit by pitch streak, as in the past 2 innings, there have been 10 of those combined.
Blake Lobel is really good at baseball. LSU Eunice started in 2 games, 15 appearances this spring, had a 5-0 record, 33 2/3 innings pitched, a 3.74 ERA, only walked 11 in the 33 2/3, and had 41 strikeouts.
Third baseman number 7.
Has also got a little action up here.
He does. Pitched in the game against the Chinooks on the 7th. 3 innings, 2 runs, both earned on 3 hits, 1 walk, but 4 strikeouts out of the 13 batters he faced.
Yep.
Bases loaded, 2-run deficit. First pitch down low for Lobel. He's facing the 9 slot, Caleb Hannas, but that hasn't meant much today because he's reached base every single time he's stepped up.
Yep, this is the scariest part of the lineup. 9-1-2.
1-0. Low as well. 2-0.
Hannas has 2 hits. Barreras is 1 for 4. But that's .313, and Invest is 2 for 4 with a couple of runs scored.
Hanna's the 8th batter at the plate this inning for the Miners. 2 balls, no strikes, 1 out. Bases loaded, the pitch from Lobel. Healthy hack, but comes up with nothing. It's 2-2.
Heater got
2-1.
Just 6 hits today for the Miners. And 6 runs.
2-1. Down low, 3-1.
Did you say it's been 10 free passes?
10 hit by a pitch or base on balls in the past 2 innings.
That's really just 1 1/3.
Yes. And Carpenter and Machado have each reached, and both of those have a hit by pitch or a walk. That's low. Ball 4, another walk, another run. Miners lead 7-4 now.
11 free passes in the span of less than 2 innings, less than 2 complete innings. Unreal.
Less than ideal.
Miners shortstop number 1.
Again, if you're
Emilio.
in the infield, the outfield here, you just got to stand around and watch.
I think that's the worst part is you can't do anything.
You've had no opportunities to help your team here.
Well,
11 free passes in an inning and a third.
That's outside, and I tell you, there has been no help from the home plate umpire. There's been some close calls that have not gone the Bucs' way. Not that this is on that at all, but just when you're in the situation, any call is helpful. Long look in, and 1-0 pitch from Lobel. Outside as well, it's 2-0. When I tell you, it's not just one pitcher. Like, that's the thing that makes it to where you know this is where baseball has a momentum unlike any other. Because you can have pitcher after pitcher that just can't find the strike zone. 2-0. Bounced. Almost hit the foot of Emilio Barreras.
It's like everybody got the yips.
I know. Well, the worst part is now every pitcher that's coming in, their main goal is just trying to throw strikes. And it gets in your head. It's the mental game of baseball that is arguably one of the hardest parts. 3-0. Ball 4. Another walk, another run. And the Bucs started this inning leading by 1. Now trail by 4 as the Miners have had 5 runs in the bottom of the 7th. And correct me if I'm wrong, 1 hit.
For the Miners, number 17,
1
first
hit.
baseman.
I don't even remember the hit.
It was the first batter of the entire inning, Cooper Vest, who is back up, by the way.
This is 2 for 4 today with a couple of hits. A lot of guys getting RBIs just because they've walked.
Free RBI.
Yep. Just handing it to him. Vest out of BYU batting .250. Hey, he struck out today.
Bounced on the ground. Nice snag by Thomas. Throw over the head of the shortstop. Hocuff into left field. 1 across. Make it 2 runners on the corners. 2 runs across. Error by Zach Thomas. Makes it 10-4 Miners.
All he had to do was throw home there.
That's all he
Looking for the
did.
double play, and I'm not sure they would have gotten it.
I don't think so. It was an awkward place to be to try and get that double play.
Well, blower wide open, huh?
As well.
Right fielder number 38, Caden Carpenter.
Score it, an E3. Add 2 more runs to the board for the Miners.
Well, that escalated quickly.
That did.
7 spot in the bottom of the 7th.
Breaker finds the zone. 0-1. Believe that's the first called strike.
I just got on the tangent of how you haven't given the fielders a chance. It's
And then
nothing
you give it
but
to 'em.
walks.
It's the first time they had the ball in their hands in a while.
Yeah, and of course an error.
0-1 outside off the glove of Wilson, but keeps it just enough in front of him to keep the runner vest at first. Carpenter in this inning walked. In the past 2 innings has been hit by a pitch and walked, and now batting here with a 1-1. Runner goes, base hit through the right side. That'll have an RBI single for Carpenter. He's going to second and make it 11-4. Slow roller, and Howarth out in right field. Had to run a long way to get there. Runner's at second and third now.
Still only 1 out as well.
What a way this game has turned. What a way.
8 runs in the bottom of the 7th.
Now batting for the Miners,
The Bucs were up 3-0 after
Number
the
25.
3rd.
Austin Machado.
And it was a beautiful pitching performance to that point.
12th batter in the inning.
It's not exactly what you want.
Strike called. Believe that's the 3rd strike we've seen called this
Yeah,
inning.
that might be right.
Which is tough considering
12 batters.
There's been 12 batters.
Yeah.
But hey,
Oh.
there has not been a walk in the past 2 at-bats.
Okay, there you go.
Positives.
That is, yes. I will give you that.
Takes. It's a strike.
All right, let's
0-2.
play ball, kids.
Here we are. We're back in it.
Blake Lobel.
He's feeling something now. Of course, at some point, the yips got to go away at some point.
Yeah.
They've got to go away. 0-2. Pitcher's count. Strike 3. Cut and miss from Machado, and that's about the happiest strikeout you'll ever have when you're down 11-4.
Left fielder 23, Maddox.
Well, that's good.
Alley.
13th batter. Coming up. Maddox Haley. This inning, walked. This game, he has...
Did he really? Shocked.
He did. If you can believe it.
I've been walked twice in the 7th.
Only twice?
Yeah.
Man. 2 outs now. Line into left field. Har right there to make the grab. And finally put it in to this inning.
Hey, look, if the Miners can score 8 in a half inning, the Bucs can too, right?
Let's see it happen. Top of the 8th coming up, where the Bucs looking to bounce back. 11-4 your score on the Anchorage Bucs Baseball Network.
Okay, let's have some fun, huh?
Check it out. Imagine how much Mountain Dew is in there.
Hey, guys! We should probably drink these fast.
2-2.
Jason Andrews, Drake Toll, here with you on this sunny evening in Alaska.
Sunny?
The sun is there.
What
It's
an
blocked.
interesting, what a superlative gift tonight.
Yeah, it's not been sunny in a lot of aspects. 11-4 your score. Miners up on the Bucs after a 8-run bottom of the 7th. But there's 2 rules in baseball.
Oh, wow.
One of those rules, if you make a fantastic play to end the inning, you come up to start the bottom of that inning, or rather the top. You make an error in that inning, you also will come up to start in the top of that inning. Guess who's leading off this inning?
One of the rules is there's no crying in baseball.
That's in Little League.
Okay.
You ever seen David Ortiz retirement ceremony?
I have, yes.
Think that broke the rule.
Yeah.
Zach Thomas at the plate, trying to make up for his error he had in the previous.
The Bucs have hit 2 home runs.
They have. That is a good thing. Strike taken.
Like a called strike. Wouldn't you know?
Schultzhauer still out there. The lefty out of this upcoming year, Incarnate Word, where he did not pitch at all this past year. 2 strikes now is once again taken at the plate by Thomas.
He did. I think we found it finally.
We did find
Ryan
it eventually. We did.
Schlotzauer pitched 27 innings
There it
for
is.
Incarnate Word. Has pitched 2 innings coming into today with 1 earned run.
Nubbed off the end of the bat, shallow center field. It's going to drop for a base hit for Zach Thomas.
Uh-oh.
Start the inning off with a single, why don't you?
Uh-oh. I mean, hold the phone. Starts at 1. Bloop and a blast, baby, and then you're only 5 runs away.
Hey, that's almost a grand slam.
Yep.
Almost. Jackson Sorensen steps up. He's 1 for 3 on the day. Struck out in the 1st, flew out in the 5th, singled in the 3rd. Did get taken out of the base paths, though, as he's one of, I believe, 3 runners to get taken off.
Yeah, think about that. Oh, a pitching change.
Another.
Think about that. 3 guys thrown out of the base paths. It didn't seem like they mattered because the Bucs were leading for so long, but that has changed.
New pitcher for the Miners. We'll have all the info when we come back here on the Anchorage Bucs Baseball Network.
Stay away from my wife.
Hi, I'm Ben Stiller. My job as an actor is making you believe what you're seeing is real. Louise, will you? The pain is real.
That the cold is real. Don't say that about yourself. I know.
But friendship is real.
The real is real.
But it's not real. It's just acting. Wow, that's like really good. Or was I just acting? Only way to know is to try it for yourself.
This is really, really ridiculously good tasting.
New pitcher on the mound for the Miners. It's Drew Christo. He's from Nebraska, plays at Nebraska. 230 pounds, 6'4", sophomore. Pitched in 1 game this season. 3 innings, 1 hit, 3 balls, 3 walks rather. 3 strikeouts and 11 batters faced. No earned runs. He's got a runner at first and nobody out. And an 11-4 lead.
Christo bats left, throws right. 6'4", 230 pounds. He is 20 years old and 144 days from Elkhorn, Nebraska. Full name is Drew Alexander Christo.
Good name.
Played at lacrosse in the Northwoods League last year.
You know, I lost it now, but there was a guy, it may have been Schlotzhauer.
Okay.
There was a guy who played water polo as his second sport.
Really?
And I think either the inning ended or whoever it was got a hit. Something happened where got off topic. But either way,
everyone will have to wonder who that was.
I will wonder. Ball low for the first pitch for Christo. He's got a runner at first, and it's Jackson Sorensen at the plate. It's righty on lefty. Pitcher right-handed, batter left-handed with Sorensen. 1-0. Outside, 2-0.
Hello.
Hey, we've seen that before.
Cristo pitched 45 and a third innings, gave up 36 earned runs, 57 hits in the Northwoods, 36 walks in 45 and a third innings.
2-0 outside, ball 3.
Wouldn't mind.
I wouldn't.
Wouldn't mind a couple of those here. Get a 3-0 count on him already.
Full take scenario, 3-0 up high, and it's ball 4. Runners at first and second.
All right, I told you. Don't everybody look now.
Look later.
Don't everybody get excited yet, but it is not impossible.
Cole Howarth, the right fielder, stepping up to the dish. 0 for 3. Reached on fielder's choice.
He is due. Batting 250 this season, so to keep that, Howarth needs a base hit here as he's 0 for 3. Also, the Miners have no errors to this point.
Crazy. Howarth takes a strike on the outside part of the plate. Fastball there.
The Bucs have hit 2 home runs today. People started to forget.
They're forgetting. 0-1. Taken up high. The Bucs were up 3-0 in this game.
Yes.
Bucs were up 4-3 in this game.
Also true.
And not just 2 homers. I mean, the second one from Har. The moonshot right there.
Yeah.
That was no doubter. 1-1. Fouled off. Out of play. First base side over the netting here. Fencing. Either way.
Bucs have 2 more hits than the Miners today.
1 ball, 2 strikes. Hit on the ground. Third baseman boots it away. Grabs and he has no play. Error on the third baseman. Hannah's base is loaded for the Bucs. The Bucs, baby.
Nobody out. Notably.
E5. Jacob Rebrook, who has been pitched for by Dylan Maltby. Well, Maltby, he gets his second at bat now.
Dylan
Maltby.
One of the 3.
Player of the year.
Gatorade. Corner infield in. First pitch. Taken. Strike. Outside part of the zone. Nobody out. Bases loaded.
Maltby is a home run away from pulling this game within 3.
0-1. Taken. Ball. Outside. 1 ball, 1 strike.
The Bucs are just 2 grand slams away.
They are. I tell you, I've been waiting for this one. There are Bucs on the ship right now.
Yes.
1 ball, 1 strike. That pitch to Maltby. Up high, 2-1.
Okay. Everybody calm down. Everybody's getting really excited right now.
The booth is, you can feel the energy.
It's palpable.
2-1. Hard cut, hard miss, 2-2. Nolan Wilson stands on deck. Dylan Maltby at the plate. 2 balls, 2 strikes. He'll foul it off, stays alive. Working a good AB here is Dylan Maltby in his second at-bat of the game.
What a battle.
Corner infielder still in. 1 pitch outside.
Hello.
And
3-2 here. Nowhere to put him.
Scoreboard is all messed up right now.
Yep, for sure.
3 balls, 2 strikes, nobody out.
Yep.
Runners juiced. Bases juiced, runners on all the
Runners
bags.
are not juiced. That's illegal.
3-2. Cut and a miss, strike 3. Maltby strikes out for the second time this evening. And now there's 1 gone.
Yeah.
That does not help.
Maltby did come into the game for Rebrook,
He did.
who hit a home run earlier.
Catcher number 19, Nolan Wilson.
Nolan Wilson to the plate. Catcher out of Nevada.
Notably, a walk tonight and a single. 1 out in the inning, unlike what the scoreboard says. Watches the first pitch up high. Runner at third, Zach Thomas. Runner at second, Jackson Sorensen. Runner at first, Cole Howarth. Single, walk, and an error is how those 3 reached. And a strike off the swing of Nolan Wilson there. 1-1.
Wilson is batting .364 this season.
1 ball, 1 strike. Runner on every base, 2 outs. Taken for a strike, 1-2.
Second on the team in hits, second on the team in doubles, team leader in triples for Nevada in the spring.
Hokuff stands on deck. Right now, it's Wilson. Fouls it off, right field side.
Just behind that one. And Cristo is working quick. He's up to 19 pitches already.
Another 1-2 coming.
Only 1 out to his name.
Bounce. Nice block by the catcher Machado, though.
Oh, Machado put his body on the line there.
You could hear the clink of the mask.
Oh, yeah. That didn't feel good. 2-2. You wouldn't know from the scoreboard.
Hey, they think they fixed it finally.
Wow.
They got it. 1 out, 2-2. Hey, they even got the at-bat right. 2 balls, 2 strikes. Pitch from Cristo. Up high, ball 3, bases loaded. 3-2 count, 1 out. Bucs in need of any and all runs possible. 11-4 your score, the full count pitch. Fouled away. That was off the edge of the plate, but it was close, so a good job by Wilson to just stay alive instead of leaving it up to the umpire.
That was about an inch or 2 off the outside part. We talked about it on righties. That's been called a strike. It's right there in the river.
Full count pitch once again from Drew Cristo, the sophomore from Nebraska. Fouled off again by Maltby. Or excuse me, Wilson.
Eighth pitch of the at-bat coming up.
3-2 once again, bases loaded. Cristo's pitch. Bounced on the ground, and it's right there. The shortstop flipped to second, on to first in time, double play. Bases loaded, nobody out. Bucs are unable to push across any runs, and we'll head to the bottom of the 8th. Miners 11, Bucs 4 on the Anchorage Bucs Baseball Network.
Feels like just yesterday she was in a car seat. Now she's gonna be in the driver's seat. I guess there's a first time for everything. Today is all about the basics. Gotta have unbeatable focus. Kind of like the unbeatable mileage I get from Chevron with Techron. He knows it helps keep my engine clean, and she knows how to pay with the Chevron app. Everyone's learning today. All right, next stop, the parking lot. The empty parking lot.
Unbeatable mileage for you and your car. This is Lulu and Lobo.
Ah, it's back!
The woo-woo monster! No, no! 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 I can't take this! We need a new place!
With as low as 3% down on a fixed-rate mortgage, your new home is within reach.
All clear. I went home.
Deep breath, deep breath, deep breath.
Talk to a home mortgage consultant or apply online. This is your way home. This is Wells Fargo.
Jack and claim your cash.
Bucs are playing baseball, or at least trying to.
Well,
11-4 the score. Miners facing the Bucs. Jace Andrews, Drake Toll, here with you this evening.
The Bucs notably have now in 7 games given up double-digit runs. J.D. Goodcase is in the game to pitch. Have given up double-digit runs 3 times. Now twice to the Mat-Su Miners. You know the big reason why the Bucs are last in the league in hit by pitches. They've hit 7 batters. They're last in the league in walks. They've walked 36 people. This is all coming into today's game. So they have now hit 10 batters and walked 45?
Oh my gosh.
In 7 games.
45.
And in second place in walks, they've walked 35 coming in. 36. Second place is the Oilers at 26. So they had walked 10 more than anybody else. And they decided, you know what, if we've got the lead, why give it up?
That's 5 walks a game. Oh my gosh.
Is that right?
Well, now 6 games, so 7 games. 4 whatever. 7 games?
7. 37.
7 games,
7
45
goes into 45.
5 times. Yeah, so I had it right. Make me question my decision.
That doesn't sound right. That's not right. That's not.
Is it more?
7 does not go into 45 5 times. Because 5 times 10 is 50.
You're right. That's 9.
It's 9. 9 walks. All right. I'm a journalism major.
Same
JD
here.
Good case throws a strike.
Hey, good case. Pitched in 2 times this season. Once against the Chinooks on June 9th. One at the Pilots. You can say at the Pilots on June 5th. 0-1.
Oh!
Drops a breaking ball in there.
Oh, geez. Spare the children.
Landon Rogers at the plate just having to watch that one.
Yeah. Nothing you can do about that one, huh?
0-2.
Oh!
Absolute nasty breaking ball.
What in the world?
Gets a sword from Landon Rogers and sets him down on a strikeout.
Oh.
Well, positives. That was an incredible pitch sequence that ended in a perfect sword of a miss.
Yeah. Whoa.
Incredible. Alex Thurston out the plate. He walked last time. What a surprise.
Where was this in the 6th inning when the Bucs led?
Yeah.
It was 4-3 Bucs in the top of the 7th.
Tries to go with it again that time. It does not drop. Stays high. 1 ball. No strikes.
I enjoyed 4-3 Bucs.
I did. 1 ball, no strikes. Fouled off. 1-1.
Three up, 3 down would be nice.
It would. It would. 1 ball, 1 strike.
Told you the Bucs pitching staff, while they do lead the league in walks, also lead the league in strikeouts.
Hey. Look at us.
Who'd have thought?
That's away. 2-1.
So let's do some math here.
I'm not good at that. We just learned.
Yeah.
So.
The Bucs have struck out 6 guys today so far.
Okay. 6.
Yeah. Coming into this game.
2-1 from Good Case. Breaking ball. Drops it. Strike. 2-2.
Might be 7. Here we go. Coming into the game, the Bucs had struck out 58 guys. So that's 64 over the course of 7 games. So there you go. No good about. Oh,
that's a pie. Well, I know no one can see this, but I think you know this trick.
Mm-hmm.
You can filter by its ranking by just clicking in it.
Well, you can, but it takes the bottom thing away. Yep.
I see.
Don't you think I haven't thought about this?
I thought, but I was just confused.
Oh, yeah.
3-2. Fouled away. Just making sure. Got the good bases.
No.
3 balls, 2 strikes. Full count number 100.
What do you think they're talking about in the broadcast booth to our left? Think they have a better time?
I think so.
Yeah. All right.
They're talking about how many times that they've come back from a 3-0 deficit. Cut on and missed. 7th strikeout of the game for the Bucs. 2nd in a row for Mr. Good Case. I tell you, he's had a good case of this game.
It's like 2.5 out of 10.
Number 14.
Okay, I dropped a half point. That's the goal. I'm trying to get to 1. Yeah. Trying to get to 1. One day. One of these games.
I kind of like the Bucs on the boat thing.
I do. I like that one too.
Yeah.
It doesn't really work with many other teams though. Because I was trying to think. Miners on the minefield? Minecart seems better. Ball there, 1-0. By the way, off the plate, it's Sebastian Tomerlin.
Yes, it is.
Guess what? Last 2 appearances, he's walked and been hit by a pitch.
I don't believe you.
Really?
I don't.
Really?
I don't. The team OBP of the Matsu Miners is going to double after tonight's game. The season OBP.
Dear gosh.
How many? What do we
Well,
calculate?
they were low, too.
They have 7 hits, according to Point Street.
And how many walks? Cut and a miss there from Tomerlin. 1 or 2.
The walks have now totaled 10.
Okay.
Sorry, I lied to you. The walks have totaled 9.
Yeah, okay.
By pitches
I was about to say.
3, so 12 free passes along with 8 hits.
Just outside. Good Case. Looking to strike out the side here, by the way.
And an error.
Oh, yes.
21 base runners
Forgot
tonight.
about that. Yeah. That does add up.
over the course of 7 2/3.
That's where we're at right now.
That's a good chunk.
2-2. Up high. 3 balls, 2 strikes, 2 outs.
Come on, JD.
Hey.
3-2 count.
Come on.
Please get it out.
Pitch from Good Case. 3-2. Low for ball 4. What is that? 10th walk? There it is, right? 10th
Number
walk,
10.
13th.
Number 10.
Quote-unquote free pass.
Ben Hard did not get a golden sombrero tonight.
Hey, that is good. Is there still time for him now? He will bat in the bottom of the ninth. Excuse me, top of the ninth. Caleb Hannes. He has reached base every single time he has stepped up to the plate, on top of which he has singled twice and walked twice. He watches the first pitch for a ball.
Miners are 3-2. It will improve to 4-2. The Bucs will drop to 3-4 tonight.
Every time they get close to trying to break 500.
Yep. It has
Every
been it was 2 straight losses to start the year, then 2 straight wins. Now they just go back and forth between wins and losses. The Bucs have not been over 500 yet. That will have to wait.
1-0. Fouled off just over our heads. I will say, nice press box.
Great
Nice
press box.
Nice
Great
area.
view. Still the mountain in left field. You can't see it because of cloud cover. A lot of spruce trees and dogwoods out in the outfield. You a big tree guy?
I can't say that I am.
All right. I'll help identify them the rest of the year for you.
That's good. I already called one of them wrong. Outside on that breaking pitch.
No, I get it. I understand why you would think they are pines. They
Correct.
do
They
look
look
like pines.
similar.
They look a lot like pines.
That was my first thought, and I got to be honest. There's also part of me that remembered you saying pines. And
Thank
so
you
I
for
just
being honest.
Followed up.
But I did not. I would never have. 2-1.
I think I have some tape. 2-1.
Come on,
Fouled
JD.
away. 2-2.
What are the odds we get to a 3-2 count here, huh?
You know, considering the way this game's gone, 100%. I really
3
would
hours
love
and
to
2
know.
minutes, by the way.
Can't do it now, but I wish I could filter by full counts and see how many we've had.
Yeah.
2 balls, 2 strikes. JD Goodcase. Up high. 3-2. Welcome.
Yeah. Another payoff pitch.
Welcome to the 3-2 zone.
Another payoff pitch. Everything you got here, JD.
All into this one pitch.
Everything you got, my friend.
Full count. Runner toes. That's low.
You say runner toes? Yes, he does.
He towed.
Oh, walk number 11.
Woo!
It is uncanny.
Emilio Barreras.
Even the PA guy is really calmly saying the names of the opposing players. I think he is tired.
I'm 21.
Okay.
I have seen a pretty good amount of baseball for a 21-year-old.
Yeah. I know where you're going with this, and I'm going to have to agree.
I have never seen this many walks in 3 innings.
No.
Much less a game.
Because it's now 10 walks in 3 innings.
Yep.
And 2 hit by pitches. 12 free passes in 3 innings. Not even 3 yet.
You know what? We should pause because it's also 2-0 on the batter right now, Emilio Barreras. And funny enough, Goodcase started out this inning with back-to-back strikeouts.
Remember when I talked about when it rains, it pours?
Lined right field, that'll get down for a base hit. Grabbing his Howarth, firing home. And you go to third, actually. It's offline. Run comes across to score. The third allows the batter Barreras to advance to second. Make it 12-4 Miners with runners at second and third as Matt Sue has had a 2-out rally to push across another run.
And 2 in scoring position here.
Brings up Vest, who last inning batted twice. Reached on an error, also had a single. Funny enough, he had one of 2 hits last inning that scored 8 runs.
Yeah. From BYU. He's a Cougar. The Anchorage Bucs Twitter account has tweeted, "It doesn't even hurt anymore. I can't feel it. They can't do anything to me.
1 ball, no strike.
With a gif of a pirate flag.
Still swing that flag, baby. 2 balls, no strikes.
Oh.
What do you do in this inning? What do you do?
Strikes would be a thing.
2-0.
Yes, sir. More than anything, that makes me happy.
Cooper Vest has gotten out twice tonight. Struck out,
He's come
flew
to
out.
the plate 17 times.
How'd you know?
He has walked 4 of them.
2-1.
Okay.
Flying in the air.
All right.
Infield. Second baseman makes the grab. And
Hey, we
are
still
put
got
out.
3 outs to play.
3 more outs and history to play for.
Just saying. Just throwing it out there.
Miners 12, Bucks 4. History to come in the top of the 9th. Anchorage Bucs Baseball Network.
They call him the harder farmer, a real bad man with a soft side for hard lemonade. He's got a nose for lemons and for trouble. This time he's back with half tea, half lemonade, and 100%. Oh, wow.
Oh, wow.
Get your hands on some today before the harder farmer gets his hands on you.
When Subway opened, they changed the fast food game. But sometimes you gotta refresh to be fresh. Welcome to the Eat Fresh Refresh, where there's so much new, some say it can't fit in one ad. I say, we're talking a new All-American Club, deli-style oven-roasted turkey, and...
Oh, that's a new steak and cheese.
Oh, yeah, I knew that. That's the one with the new seasoning.
And that was the new MVP Parmesan vinaigrette.
Right, which makes the next level foot... Hold up, the Subway logo? Wait, I'm out of...
Welcome back. Anchorage Bucs Baseball Network. Jace Andrews, Drake Toll. We are here with you. Calling what is baseball. 12-4. Miners on top of your Bucks. Top of the 9th. And I tell you,
Yeah,
the Bucs,
tell me. What do you got for me?
They've got 8, 9, and 1, which in terms of Miners has been the scariest part of the order. Partially due to walks.
Yep.
But what if it's also scary for the Bucs? Just what if? What if? Will we know? Will we know? I don't know if we will know.
Logan Hocuff at the plate. Righty stands in.
Logan Hocuff.
You say you start out with a hit. Hocuff has a hit tonight. He is 1 for 2. Has also walked.
Correct.
As have a lot of players that exist on this field.
Hard cut, hard miss, strike 1.
We have also gotten radio in from our producer that we have made the strategic decision to take the scoreboard off of the screen.
Good choice by the producer.
As well as the ticker and the logo. So
1 ball, 1 strike. Swing and a miss from Hocuff. 1-2. 12-4. In the last 3 innings, the Miners have had 11 runs.
Yep.
Hocuff watches the ball. 2-2. Over under 7 of those from walks.
yeah.
2 balls, 2 strikes. Cristo back on the mound. Gets a strikeout to start off the top of the 9th.
That'll be strikeout number 11 for Hocuff this season. Still trying to get into a groove, and now you get Alex Pendergrass. Pendergrass, brand new. Literally brand new.
First at bat of the season, struck out. That was in the 7th. Funny enough, the next batter had a home run that actually gave the Bucs a lead, if you can believe it. It was Ben Haar, who will actually come up to bat this inning. 0-1. Fouled back on the first pitch. Inside with that one. It's 1 ball, 1 strike.
All right. Told you Pendergrass had a really good spring. A couple of home runs at DBU. The Bucs will need 8 of those.
I mean, that's a couple, right? In
Yeah.
some world. He'll fly that one into right field. Going back on it is Carpenter. It'll go over his head and bounce towards the wall. Pendergrass rounds first, heads to second. He'll stop there with a double.
Hey, Pendergast.
First base hit of the season for Pendergast.
Good for him.
Good for him. Good way.
Number 3 left fielder, Ben Hall.
9 hits now for the Bucs. 4 runs. 7 hits for the Miners. 12 runs. Ben Har at the plate. 1 home run. Here it comes. Inside. Ball 1.
There's still a lot of people watching the live stream, too. Thank you all.
Thank you.
Thank you very, very much.
You know what that means?
The entire Bucs organization to you.
We appreciate you.
Yeah, this is big.
2 balls, no strikes. Tell ya. It's a good time to have people listening. It's a good time.
Yes.
It's always fun. Makes it better. 2-0. Up high.
How many listeners did you have over in Florence last year?
So, we had Flow Sports, which was pay to watch. But I never got the statistics because the league manager said he would not send them to me, but he gave me an estimate of 400 per game.
Really?
He did, and I did not believe it.
400 folks from Florence tuned in. Good for them.
I know. Crazy. 3-1. Inside. Ball 4. Ben Har avoids the golden sombrero.
Uh-oh. Bucs on the pond.
Number 9 center fielder.
You know how easy that is for Oregon? It's their mascot.
Yes. Riku Nishida plays at Oregon. They lost to Oral Roberts.
Nishida, is he the one with the wood bat?
Yes,
he
he
the one
is.
that came up with the wood bat? Yeah.
Played for the Hyannis Harbor Hawks last year.
Hey. 1 ball, no strike. Now that's the way. If you're in a slump in college baseball, just pull out a wood bat.
Yep.
Why not? .0, fouled off. Bodeker at the plate, walked twice, scored once, has stolen a bag, and has struck out and grounded out. So on the line, he's 0 for 2 with a stolen base and a run.
Yes, he is. Maybe Bodeker can get home run number 1 right here, right now. Take the pressure off. We've been talking about it all summer long.
It'd be a good time to do it. Just no pressure situations. Pop one over the wall. The wind is favorable to the outfield. 2 balls, 1 strike. Runners at first and second, 1 out. Bodeker watches outside. It's 3-1.
Uh-oh.
You know,
Cristo has now thrown 37 pitches.
I think the cloud coverage blocking the mountains was when
You
everything
called
went
it
downhill.
sunny earlier.
I did. And I apologize.
Welcome back to sunny Matsu. That's what you said.
Boy, was I wrong. Ball 4. Bodeker reaches first. There you go. So now you get the bases loaded. You know, walks. Bucs know a lot about that.
And a pitching either change or mound visit.
Something of that nature. Zach Thomas will step up.
Only 1 down, by the way.
You know, the Bucs are a grand slam away from having this to a grand slam
From
lead.
only being a grand slam down.
That's something right there.
Just throwing that part out there.
Gotta say it. Well, we have time. Let's just, since we're nowhere near this at all.
Okay.
As a broadcaster.
Yeah. Give it to me
When
straight.
do you mention a no-hitter, if at all?
You can spell it out. I've had a perfect game through 6 1/3 before, and I haven't said it. It's 6 1/3 in softball, so it's 7 innings, and I haven't said anything. My first game I ever did for IMG Radio, actually.
Wow, there you go.
Yeah, Baylor and Houston. Oh, look, another ball.
Inside. What out?
And Machado held it out there. He thought it was a strike.
watches that one. 2-0. Ball 2. Bases loaded. 2 balls, no strikes. Thomas watches a ball. 3-0. Hey, a wild thought.
Yeah.
Walk and a run.
All right. Did you see the
strike
circle of suck that was posted today?
Oh, I did.
Every team has beaten every team in the Alaskan Baseball League.
What a time.
Yep, for sure.
Bounced up the middle. Shortstop. Grab. Glove flip to second. On to first in time. And that's the way to end it as the twin killing. Barreras, Thurston, Vest combine to end this game 12-4. Miners over Bucks.
When we come back, we begin the 30-minute half-mast post-game show. We'll recap all the action on the Anchorage Bucs Baseball Network. Unless you just want to call it here tonight.
You know what? I think I'm good. Are you good?
3 hours and 16 minutes of baseball. And, let's do this. Let's do this math. We said 3 walk batters. Okay.
Mm-hmm.
The Bucks, we said 3 hit batters.
Yes.
The Bucks walked 11. Not great.
So actually, 1, 2, 3, 4. I have 4 hit batters.
Oh, good. Glad we got that right. 15 free passes offered by the Bucks. The Miners, in the end, walked 8. So,
you know, now
that's
that I'm
23 free passes in this baseball game.
Maybe the half-mass post-game show is not a bad idea.
There are some wild stats that happened today.
There is a lot that is.
If you want to get
crazy.
a good recap, go to the Anchorage Bucs Twitter account. That is going to have it. As for us in the booth,
I think we're done.
That'll do it.
All right. Final score here from Matt Sue. Miners 12, Bucks 4. Thanks for watching.
Thank you so much.
Thank you.
Literally, thank
really
you
appreciate it.
So much.
I tell you what.
For watching.
If you are watching,
yeah,
thank you. You are incredible.
All right.
Have an incredible night from the Anchorage Bucs Baseball Network.
Hey, it's always a good day to be a Buck. Always a good day to be a Buck.
It was time to update the bathroom.
But we didn't want to break the bank.
Rebath made it effortless. A Rebath design consultant came to our home and presented us ideas and products in a way that made our decisions simple.
They took away the old, installed the new, and gave us the bathroom
we've always wanted.
Style affordably. Call 1-844-9REBATH for your free in-home design consultation today.
Of all the reasons we love Alaska, easy isn't one of them. We like a good challenge.